I didn't know he was abusive until the pregnancy. I was almost 3 months pregnant. He started becoming very controlling of me, like saying like he would choke me, like he would like choke me out of nowhere if I like said something crazy to him, or he was it's like that. And I was like, wait a minute, we're not in a relationship, dude. We just had a one night stand and ended up with a kid. So, but I knew he was psycho when I seen him beat the hell out of her, the other girl. He threw her down the stairs and beat her in front of me. Yes, he made her miscarry. I was in the streets for 3 months. 3 months.
Are you serious?
I was in the streets for 3 months.
Was it that because you couldn't get a job? Like, what was happening?
I couldn't find, cause like I didn't know nobody. I'm in Columbus, Ohio. I know nobody. And when I ended up on the streets, I met these other girls who happened to do the same thing. They moved there for guys, end up getting hurt, and the guys dumped them on the streets. But then I met a guy from on the streets. That guy was being my. That guy ended up being my.
What? Let me get this absolutely straight. Both of y'all are homeless.
Yeah.
And he has the nerve to be homeless and abusive.
Mm-hmm.
He comes over.
Mm-hmm.
You open the door and let him in.
Mm-hmm.
He's drunk and you can tell.
Yeah.
How does it go from him coming over, you letting him in, to a knife being at your stomach?
Basically, we started arguing about. He said he didn't like. He wasn't gonna pay on child support.
Oh my! Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Time out. Hold on.
He threatened to cut the baby out of me.
How did he get that angry?
I don't know. It's just something that's like when I said like, you're gonna take care of this child. I'm not doing this by myself. He snapped, and he pinned me on my bed and took a box cutter out and put it to my stomach. And I was like crying. He said, "I will cut this baby out of you."
What's up, my people? It's your favorite Light and Boogie in this thing. Welcome to another amazing episode of the Can't Be Broken podcast. If you've never been here before, welcome to season 2. We got 3 simple goals: to educate, empower, and encourage. We are here to educate anyone who has never been in an abusive relationship, don't understand what happens, how you get there, you judgmental, all the things. I've been there before, baby. Let me tell you. You're going to find out. We are here to empower all of our survivors to stand up and share your story without shame, fear, guilt, or judgment, because you are strong, you are powerful, and your voice deserves to be heard. And to anyone who is currently suffering in silence, listen, you are not crazy. You are not alone. Abuse is not normal. Your feelings are valid. And despite how it may look and feel in this very moment, there is always a way out, and we encourage you to safely seek support. Now, y'all know what it is. We got to go ahead and hop up in this thing because we about to rise above these insecurities, release the burdens of shame and guilt, and revive our God-given power, purpose, and passion the confidence way, because we about to light it up. Y'all know what it is. Another amazing episode. And as always, we have another amazing guest in the building.
Hi, y'all.
Miss Ariel. Pew, 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 pew. Confetti, 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 confetti. Listen, this is about to be a fun show. A fun episode with serious subject matter. I'm not sure how dangerous it gets. So just make sure y'all got y'all handy dandy helmets or whatever you need for a bumpy ride right next to you, because we gonna get in this thing. Ariel, how you doing?
I'm good. Just getting through life the best I can right now.
Listen, when people ask me how I'm doing, and it's one of those kind of days, I'm like, I'm hanging in there like a panda bear. Because, baby, they fall down, but they get back up. So,
and nice and fluffy and cute.
They nice, fluffy, and cute. So that's I understand. That's where it is. That's where it is. My first question for you, though, because since we are all up in this thing now, did you ever see any kind of abuse when you were growing up, even if it was non-physical? You did?
Yeah.
Was it in the house?
Yeah. I come from a mixed race family. My grandmother's white, grandfather's black. And I saw abuse and I was abused by a family member as well. And the same family member was abusing her own children.
Okay. Dang. Okay. All right. Hang on. Let me pause. I need to disclaimer. Y'all, clearly we on a big drop at the beginning of the ride. So get your stuff together because it's about to be bumpy for real. Okay. So you saw it growing up. You were abused by an aunt, it sounds like, or someone like that. Was
My
it
mom's
any
sister.
was it any abuse in your household with your mother or your grandparents, or was everything that you witnessed coming from your sister, your mom's sister's household?
It's just like my grandfather was a disciplinarian where he would be physical, but things like my grandma was a disciplinarian, so but my mom wasn't that type. But my aunt, I don't know what went wrong in her, like growing up for her, because like my family are like about not really talking about the past, like the Barry stuff. But I witnessed my abuse. What comes up between me and her was her. She was always jealous of me because I grew up with favoritism in the house. Basically, my grandma picked a favorite. I was the favorite at the time because my mom had me when she was young and everything else. So my mom was 17 when she had me. So my grandma kind of took me on as her other child. And my aunt was a jealous type. So I took it as like, okay, she's my aunt. And I didn't think what she was doing was abuse. Because like she would hit me so hard that I would bruise or I would have busted lips, just like that. And then she'll like be nice to me, like, want to be buddy buddy again and everything else. So but so I kind of took it as like, okay, she's an adult, she's my superior, whatever. But then when I saw what she was doing to her children, I was like, okay, this isn't normal. Because I see her own children get worse than what I got. They used to get beaten black and blue.
Okay, so let's stay on this for a minute. So your mom wasn't abusive to you.
No.
You were raised a lot by your grandmother, though. Your grandparents raised you, and your mom
Yeah.
had you when she was 17. Was her sister, your aunt, is she older than your mom or younger than your mom?
Younger.
How many years?
My mom, she is 47, 48 now. So yeah, she's about 16. She was about 15 when I was born, 15, 16 when I was
Okay, so
born.
they're only like a year apart.
Yeah, because me and her son, her oldest son we're 2 years apart. We're 2 years apart.
Okay. Okay. Now, does your mom have any other siblings besides your sister? Was it just them?
She has a brother, my
He's
uncle that
older.
no, he's a baby.
Really?
Yeah, he's the baby. He's the baby.
So let me tell you where my brain was going. You're telling me like I'm in my mind, I can hear your mom and your sister and like your grandmother would pick favorites. So then when you came into the picture, it bumped the attention from the sister, but she wasn't the baby. She was just the youngest sister, which is really interesting. But then she's the middle child.
Yes.
So I can see where she probably was starting to feel like she didn't fit in. She's probably already irritated by being the middle child. Maybe she had some kind of just false sense of what was happening in the family. And then when you came along and your grandmother really gave more attention to you, I could see where she was like that. So how old were you? How far back do you remember, at what age, like your aunt hitting you in such a way that you would bruise and then like pretend like
About
nothing
the
happened?
age of 7.
7.
Yeah.
So at this time your aunt would be 23.
Yes.
Yeah.
And and the way it matters worse, like my mom would have her watch us, knowing that my aunt couldn't stand me. She would have because I have a younger sister. I have a sister that's 18 months younger than me. I also have a sister, and my mom was close with my sister. So basically, that's what I grew up with. And my mom would watch us when she had stuff to do or she wanted to go out, whatever. And my aunt would only favor my sister and her son when I didn't know he was being abused at the time because he kind of he kind of hid a lot of it, and she would treat me like dirt. And then at age of 10, I was molested by her fiance, and I never spoke on it. I,
Hang
We
on.
were at her house spending the night, and he touched me when I was sleeping.
And it woke you up.
Yeah, and I couldn't tell anybody because my aunt, like as I said, has a resentment for me, so I knew she wasn't gonna believe me, and I didn't think to tell nobody else because I didn't think nobody else would believe me. So I buried that.
Did he, after you woke up, did he keep touching you, or did he like stop once he
He said
realized that you were alert?
he did this, and he walked away because my first instinct was to scream, but I didn't want to wake up the whole. I didn't want to wake up. I didn't want to wake up my sister or my cousin because we were sleeping next to each other. Mm.
In the same bed.
No, we were sleeping on the floor in the living room, like we would camp out.
So, and that's normal. That's normal for cousins to do.
Yeah,
Hang on. So
yeah,
your aunt and her fiance, they live together.
yeah. They were living together. Yes, at the time. Yes, her ex.
You
He
and
was beating her up too.
he was
He was,
beating her.
yes,
You saw this.
yes. Hmm.
Ariel, we got to slow down.
Hmm. I buried a lot of stuff, and I'm like, and this past few years, I just started to realize where all my abuse from relationships came from, and there's lots of I buried. So I put it out here for the world to know.
And for your healing, because
Right.
and to break the generational cycles, which is one of the main reasons why I'm doing this podcast. One of the many reasons, we'll say that, which is why I'm doing this podcast, because I feel like there's so much trauma that could have been avoided if our families would have been honest about their experiences and then try to teach us from their experience instead of trying to hide it and pretend like it never happened, or make it seem like it's normal when it's not. And again, sometimes it's generational trauma like that, and they did think it was normal, but it needs to be discussed. And that's why we're doing this. So
Yeah.
so so your aunt, who is now, you were 10. So
Hmm.
she's now 26.
Hmm.
She has a fiance. They live
Yes.
together.
Yes.
You and your cousins are sleeping on the floor in the living room, camping out, and he comes out of the bedroom and comes and messes with you while you're sleeping,
Yes.
like over other kids, like ain't nobody else in the living room.
Like
Yes.
right, basically predatory. Like I didn't even hear him. I didn't even hear him come. I didn't even hear him come into the living room. I heard nothing. So
Right, because you're asleep.
right. So like and they didn't hear nothing. He nobody. So like, but I felt the touch. I, and I knew that like it was like okay, who's touching me? And I looked up and I looked up. It was him. It was him. And
Telling
it
you to
just
be quiet.
yeah,
And then he just gets up and walks away.
yeah. Because like basically like because I woke up. I went. I guess he wasn't anticipating me to wake up.
Is he the same age as your aunt?
He was a little. I think he was a little older than she was at the time. So and so like I didn't tell nobody again because like me being my aunt being my abuser as well. Like I was like okay, my I think my grandparents knew what my aunt was like, but they kind of thought like okay, she's still their child. That's how they always put it. That's my child. No matter what she does, that's still my child. And I felt betrayed a little bit because I didn't start fighting my aunt back until I was 13 because she thought she could hit me again. We got in my grandparents' living room, and I finally had enough. And
Now, hold on. When you say hit, so we're not talking about like just the typical spanking. We're talking like
no,
she drawing back and
like
swinging on you.
kind of pow, like dog slap me, dog. And I when she hit me, I stood and I punched her. I finally punched her in the face, and we were fighting.
And your
And
grandparents heard it?
yeah, everybody heard it because we were home. They heard us screaming, calling each other names, everything else. And I said, "I'm tired of you. I've had enough." And but her resentment still didn't stop there. Didn't stop there. She recognized me any chance she got.
And your grandparents didn't, like you said, they didn't say anything to her. Did they even say anything to you? Like, did they make you feel bad
They
about what
said
you did?
like they called us both out. They called us both out on it, saying like she's an adult, you're a kid, but they understood that she kind of had it coming at the same time. So like it was
Ah.
basically neutral. Hmm.
Before we get past the age of 13, I want to go back to the age of 10. Once the fiance left you, he never did that again, to your knowledge.
No, because
But what?
I didn't want to go back over there no more. I begged my mother not to let me go back over there no more.
So you
I,
stopped spending the night.
yeah, I basically was. I only wanted to stay with my grandparents, or my mom would find me a baby, another person to babysit me because I was scared of my aunt and I was scared of him. I did not want to get back in that house.
And you never told your mom.
No,
Did you tell her? Did she know you were afraid of your aunt?
yeah, she knew, but she didn't know how bad it was because my aunt only did it when nobody was looking.
That's wild. Okay, this is a lot to unpack. So you stopped going over and spending the
Mm-hmm.
night, but you saw him abusing your aunt.
Yeah, because he would do it in my grandparents' basement. He would do it. They
He
would.
would
He
do
would.
it in your grandparents' basement, but they had their own place.
Yeah, because sometimes they would come over, and I guess they get into arguments, and he would end up beating on her.
And the you saw it, so the family had to see it, right?
They see, yeah, and that's when my aunt and my mom beat him up, and that's when they broke up. When they finally caught, when they finally seen that caught when she finally when my aunt finally spoke on it. My aunt kind of hit it too that she was being beaten on.
Right.
Yeah, so my aunt and my mom beat him up, and that's when the relationship ended. Never see him again.
So then you're back with your mom. Your mom finds alternative childcare, so you don't go to your aunt's pretty much anymore after those few altercations.
Mm-mm,
And your mom doesn't know how bad she was beating you. She doesn't know
no,
how bad she was beating her own kids.
we found out when the cops were called.
Who called the cops?
Neighbors, because like she had lived, she was single at the time, and my cousin before she had her other son, my cousin had got bad grades, and she beat him with a broomstick because he was black and blue. It was all down his back and his butt, his thighs, and that's how my grandparents actually realized how bad she was.
Now, so when the cops arrive, do they take her off or do they call child
They
services? Do you
took her
know?
to jail, but my grandparents bailed her
Bailed her
out,
out.
bailed her out, and I'm
Now, how
like,
old are you at this time?
mm, like 14.
Okay, so you're still really like this is still fresh after what
Yeah,
you're experiencing with
yeah,
her.
yeah, 14. And then a few years later, she had her other son. And my grandparents finally stepped in with that kid. And because she beat him the same way she beat his brother. She beat him.
Did you say
And my
she had a
grandparents,
daughter?
she never had the third kid. It was just two sons.
Two sons.
Yeah. And these sons have nothing to do with their mother to this day. Her oldest son, he is married, moved to Arizona with his wife, and the other son, we have not seen him since he turned 18. He's been gone since he turned 18.
Nobody's been in touch with him?
No, he disappeared.
Are you
Yeah,
serious?
so as he turned 18, he disappeared. Yeah.
And he didn't say where he was going.
No. Last place I knew he lived was with my uncle because his mom was coming in and out of their life, in and out of his life because like she was a manipulator. Like she would say like she would treat him right, this and that, give him promises, and then show her, and then the mask would come off,
Mm-hmm.
and break his heart all over again. And that was a cycle she did to him over and over and over again. The cycle never stopped until he started having trouble in school and everything else. And so like he went to live with my uncle, but as soon as the day on his 18th birthday, he left my uncle's house and never came and was gone.
Wow. And nobody's seen him. How long has that been?
Woo! Sorry, excuse my French. I've lost track of time because like I've lost track of time. How long it's been?
That's wild. Like you
Yeah,
got a whole cousin out there and nobody in the family knows.
I know. All I know is he has a son out here. He does have a kid. That's all I know. And he had a he has a criminal record right now because he got caught with he ended up turning into the criminal life.
Oh my
I know
God.
that's from trauma from his past. I know that's why he turned out the way he did. And I don't fault him. I fault his mother. And but the thing is,
Man.
my aunt didn't kick kids out of the family after that. My grandma, after my grandfather died, let my aunt live in her house. Okay, and I have a daughter who's 16 years old. I was a young mother at the age of 17. But my first abusive relationship that I ever got into was 14 years old.
Right after you finished, like right after the incident with your aunt.
Yeah, but this abuse relationship came out of I found out I was pregnant. It was like a guy that I knew from around my complex, whatever, drinking, being a rebellious teen because at the time like I was rebelling at the time.
Was
And
he, were y'all the same age?
no,
How old was he?
17.
He's 17 and you meet him when you're 14 or 13.
13, 13. We had moved out there. It's like that. He was one of the first people. Like I met a few people out there when we had moved out of our grandparents' house into a new apartment. It's like that. My mom was taking me and my sister on by herself, you know. Okay. And this guy, I didn't know he was abusive. Didn't know that because like when we had one night stand, whatever, I didn't know that he had a girlfriend. Didn't know this. And the girl turned out to be a girl that I knew from another relationship I was in because I was in that relationship being like I said, I was a rebellious teen. I was looking for love in the wrong places.
Mm-hmm.
So I met this girl before because I had another boyfriend cheat on me with the same girl. So I ran into this girl again. She said because
Wait a
she came
second.
up to
You had okay, so you're 12 or 13.
mm-hmm.
You have a boyfriend. Before I even get to this question, how old is she?
The girl was my
Uh,
age.
Okay. So y'all are 12 or 13.
Mm-hmm.
You're in a relationship with someone, and the
Mm-hmm.
person you're in a relationship with at that time ends up cheating on you with
With
this
her.
girl.
Yes. Yeah.
How old was the guy that you were in a relationship with first?
Same age.
Dang. And here's what's so crazy. It's like it's only 4 years, but
Mm-hmm.
it's the season in which those 4 years are. Like if we 45 and 49, that's a total different thing from 13 and 17.
Right.
Like at that point, the 17-year, oh my gosh. Like they're just praying because there's no reason for you to be almost a senior or a senior in high school and you talking to a seventh or eighth grader.
Yeah, I was in eighth grade when I met him, but I didn't miss him until I was like freshman. It was a one time thing,
Uh-huh.
drinking, whatever. I found out I was pregnant because I got
Mm-hmm.
sick at school.
Okay.
And my mom found out. She got mad. She took me home because I was 5 weeks along and found out.
Wow.
I didn't know what pregnancy felt. I didn't know I missed my period either. So not thinking if we were 14, I'm like, what's like, I didn't know what's going on in my body at all. I'm thinking I'm sick
Yeah.
of flu. Turning out pregnant. I'm like, what is that? Like, because like me, I lost my virginity at 13 years old. Oh, yeah. And when I told the guy that I was pregnant, he looked at me like, now I got another kid on the way. I said, what you mean? He got that same girl pregnant at the same time as me.
But you didn't know he was dating her.
No, we found out after.
Oh my gosh. And both of y'all are 13.
We were 14. We were 14 at the time.
14.
Yeah, we were 14 years old. Yeah.
So now he's 18
Yeah, now he's 18. Mm-hmm.
and he has two 14-year-old baby girls pregnant.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And
What? Hold on, Ariel. What was it about this guy? I mean, I know we're looking for love in all the wrong places.
it
What was it
wasn't
about
it was
him?
drink. We were drinking. We were hanging out like friends. Like I was hanging with a couple of friends and him like that. We were drinking.
So
Cause I
you
started
weren't even interested in him
like
beyond just a chill partner.
yeah, but things like me being drunk because I started drinking at a young age.
How old were
It
you when you started drinking?
12.
Really? What do you think? I have so many questions. What do you think led you to that at
Well,
12?
drinking was I was at a cousin's party and she's a year older than me. It was her 13th birthday. We had adults there and they had alcohol and I asked permission from my mom. I had asked permission from my like we were being chaperones. So basically
Mhm.
like they said it was okay as long as we were monitored.
At 12.
It was like
And at
it was like one little drink. It was I didn't get drunk or nothing like that. I wasn't drunk or nothing like that. It just
and at this time, your mom then, because she's 17 years older than you, so she's 29.
yeah, pretty much.
So you had your first drink at 12,
Mm-hmm.
chaperoned.
Mm-hmm.
And then when did you start drinking unchaperoned?
2 years later, like 14.
How did you get there? Like, what were you just
Dude,
like, oh yeah, I'll
dude,
see what it's
it
like?
was dude. It was the guy I got pregnant by. He had it.
So this
Him.
is all of this is happening the same time. Like, would y'all link up and just drink, or was it
Yeah,
this the first time that y'all?
we were drinking smoke and stuff like that with a friend. We were like me, a couple of people drink.
He's the first guy you meet in the apartment complex.
Yeah, first guy I meet.
He tells you he's honest that he's 17,
Yeah.
and you're hanging out with him because you like the attention, because you
No,
don't have
it's
any
just
friends.
I was making new friends because it was a new neighborhood and everything else.
And as you're making new friends, he's like, hey, you want to smoke some? You want to drink some?
Yeah, it was like one day when we're in the we all would come hanging out like that. You like I got some drinks, want to smoke like that. Cool, whatever. I end up being a little buzzed and we end up hooking up. It was a one time
This
thing.
is wild because
I've never told this story to anybody. I have never told this to anybody.
you're 13, 14, 13,
14.
14,
Mm-hmm.
and you just start drinking, and then he takes advantage of you.
Basically, we both kind of. I was consent. It was consensual.
It was not consensual if you're drunk.
I took it as that because, like, because like I went in the room with him. So
It's not consensual if you're drunk, because when you're drunk, you're not thinking from a sober mindset.
right,
That's two totally different mindsets. And you're 14.
right.
This is rape on multiple levels here.
Well, I didn't know that because I thought because he's in high school, I'm in high school.
Right.
So basically, that's basically what happened. I found out I was pregnant. I told him, and I didn't know he was abusive until the pregnancy. I was almost 3 months pregnant. He started becoming very controlling of me, like saying like he would choke me, like he would like choke me out of nowhere if I like said something crazy to him, or he was it's like that. And I was like, wait a minute, we're not in a relationship, dude. We just had a one night stand and ended up with a kid. So but I knew he was psycho when I seen him beat the hell out of her, the other girl. He threw her down the stairs and beat her in front
Pregnant.
of me. Yes, he made her miscarry. Yes.
Hang on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's slow down. Let's slow down. Because people don't know this, but when a woman gets pregnant, the person who is abusive, if they haven't been physically abusive, they often start being physically abusive,
Mm-hmm.
or it escalates. So up until 3, you've known him for some months.
Yeah, for some
And
months.
you
Yeah.
never saw any signs, looking back now, of him being controlling or manipulative.
No, no.
Then you get pregnant, y'all hook up, he gets you drunk. Because I understand that you're taking accountability, which I appreciate. You're taking accountability of your decisions. You decided to link up. You decided to smoke. You decided to drink. You decided to go in the room. I get all that because I'm
Yeah,
I'm an advocate for anyone who has been abused. You still have to take accountability for the decisions that led you there and kept you there. Me too.
right.
I get that. However, this kid, and I get it, he's still a teenager, but he's 17, 18, and 14. Like, because when y'all have sex, he's 18 and you're 14.
Yes.
Yeah, that's legally statutory rape.
Well, I didn't see. I didn't know what
But
statutory
you
rape
you
even
ain't know
is.
that, right? So you don't see any of this, but he's preying on you because you're so young. Like, he's preying on you because you're young. Y'all have sex, you get pregnant. Y'all still been hanging out from the moment that you had sex till the 5 weeks till you find out that you're pregnant. No kind of
Yeah.
signs of crazy abuse, none of that.
No. And it's until he kind of saw the baby as property. Basically, I was carrying something that belonged to him.
And you know what's wild to me? Like, they have the audacity to tell you, the person who's carrying the child, not to harm the child when they're harming you, the person who's carrying the child or
I
delivers the
didn't want
child.
to. I didn't. I was think my mom wanted me to get an abortion. I was against it. I was gonna keep it,
Hmm.
but but the thing is, like, I finally decided to get an abortion after what he did to her. I saw what he did to her, and I was like, nope,
Wow.
I'm done. I can't. I'm not gonna carry nobody's child, and that's gonna happen to me. No,
So
ma'am.
you, so you're 5 weeks. You tell him after your 5 weeks, he's like, "Oh man, now I got two babies on the way." You didn't even know about the
Mm-hmm.
other girl. I imagine she didn't know about you. Then 3 months in is when he starts this. Tell people what the signs of control are. Like, what did that look like in conversation?
Man, this man would tell me that, like, he would come over every day, ask me how, or tell me, like, you can't do this, you can't do that because you're carrying his child. And I'm a rebel, baby. I don't like being told what to do. I don't. So I'm like, how you gonna tell me what I can't do with my body and what to do with my baby? This is mine. This is, and and then, like, I got an abortion. But the thing is, I got an abortion after I saw him be hurt. And then one night he came to my house drunk and tried and put a knife to my stomach
Where is your mom during this?
at work. Most of the time, my mom, because she was a single mother,
Hmm.
so basically, she didn't see a lot of it.
Yeah. So before you had the abortion or after you had
Mm-hmm.
the abortion, he comes over one night
No,
drunk.
before I had the abortion. This is before.
He comes over,
Mm-hmm.
you open the door and let him in.
Mm-hmm.
He's drunk and you can tell.
Yeah.
How does it go from him coming over, you letting him in, to a knife being at your stomach?
Basically, we started arguing about. He said he didn't like. He wasn't gonna pay no child support.
Oh
He
my,
didn't.
wait a minute. Hold on, hold
He
on,
didn't want
hold
it.
on. Time out. Hold on. This is what this is what like blows my mind. On the one hand, you have the audacity to tell me how to treat my body because I'm technically carrying your seed. I am carrying your seed. On
Mm.
the other hand, you have the audacity to let me know that you're going to be doing this on your own. I'm not supporting this, but you're also not going to hurt the child that.
Yeah, because basically, like, he thought he would cut the baby out of me. He threatened to cut the baby out of me. He literally
How
had
did
me
he
say,
how did he get that angry?
I don't know. It's just something that's like when I said like you're gonna take care of this child. I'm not doing this by myself. He snapped and he pinned me on my bed and took a box cutter out and put it to my stomach. And I was literally crying. He said, "I will cut this baby out of you." And that's why I decided, okay, I need to end this pregnancy because it's either gonna be me. It's gonna like this. It's crazy. He actually like literally was willing to put a blade to my stomach to end me and my child just to get rid of the responsibility. Because
I don't know if I can be pro-life and pro-choice at the same time. I feel like I can. And I just want to commend you on this is about to sound wrong, but I want to commend you one on saving your life. And even though you terminated the pregnancy, you saved that unborn child's life.
yeah, but then that's when my mental state went haywire.
You're 14 and you had the foresight to see though that this was not going to be good for either of you
Yeah,
if you
but I
continue.
felt guilty after the abortion because
Of
a lot of
course.
my friends knew I was pregnant, and a lot of kids at school like they knew I was pregnant. And then when I came back not pregnant, I started getting tormented, saying I'm a baby killer,
Oh my
this and that.
gosh.
And I started having mood swings out of nowhere. It's like I'm being like I'm being abusive myself. Like I'm being violent with my family and everything else. And then I tried to commit suicide
At 14.
at 14 years old. I tried to commit suicide.
All of this is happening in a span of a couple of months.
Yeah, and I found out I had bipolar disorder because the abortion abuse triggered all of that.
So how long after the abortion, and it was because of the abuse, it was because of the bullying and the stuff at school that you was like, I forget it. I can't do this. Is
Yeah.
that what led you? I'm about to get real personal. So you leave school one day. Is it like a school day? Is it a weekend? Like, how did you get to?
I was
I,
home alone again. Like my mom was at work, and I decided I'm sitting at home, nobody's home. I'm like, and I'm crying and crying, and I was like, you know what? I'm done. I don't want to live no more. I can't take this no more. I'm like, I killed my baby, and my mom and I were not close growing up. We were not close when I was growing up. So
why
my
do
mom
you
was like
think
more
that
like my,
is?
like I said, I grew up in a house of favoritism. Favor. My sister was my mom's baby. I was raised by my grandparents until we moved out of their house, and then my mom took me on full time on her own.
So because you were raised by your grandparents, there is a disconnect between mother and child. Like it was almost like she saw you as a little sister.
Basically, yes, she was my friend, not my mother.
Okay.
So when I started rebelling, it turned into like she didn't know what to do. Like she was where did the talk come from? Like she really like didn't like just didn't know what to do. And I started rebelling even more. Like I started at 16, I started running away.
Before we get there though, because we still 14. You so you first you tell your mom I don't want to have the abortion. Then you come back and tell her. Do you tell her why you wanted to have the abortion, or did you keep that a secret too?
I kept that a secret
What was it that made you feel like you shouldn't tell her?
because, like I said, like I didn't feel like she was gonna believe me because she knew I was out there. I was out there like that. It's my fault. I got pregnant. I should have known better. Da 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 da. So
But we
ba-
don't know better without conversation.
basically, because like she's like, I said basically I gave you condoms. I told you to protect yourself, and you didn't. Basically, that's what it was.
No, I get it, but it's still no conversation had. Like, have you ever talked to your mom about how she got pregnant at 17?
It was my dad. They were in love, but they were in love. They were
Mm-hmm.
in a relationship
Mm-hmm.
when they had me. They,
Mm-hmm.
so basically, like, but she came. Basically, it was, I guess, she was trying to do as I say, not as I do.
Correct.
So that's what she lived by.
And it's, I mean, again, she's still a young person with now a teenager.
Yeah, she has
And
she has a preteen daughter and a teenage daughter.
because you said 18 months apart, that's right. So y'all was back to back.
Yeah, we were.
And that's a lot to deal with. That is, oh my goodness. And I'm not trying to hold out. I'm not making you feel like I'm judging your mom, because I'm not. Because one thing
No.
I'm learning is like we're all doing this thing called life for the first time. And then when you add a baby in there, you can only learn as you go. Honestly, I mean, you can get, if you have somebody that you can talk to, which you didn't. Um, if you have somebody you can talk to, you get a little bit, but it's still, every child is different and every mother is different. So there's still growing pains and growing things that you have to go through. So I'm not attacking
Yeah,
your mom in any way. I'm just
yeah. Her best friend was my go to, but she didn't. But
okay.
her best friend was my go to. She also I call my aunt as well,
Yeah.
and my aunt will always call my mom out on her differences of seeing how she treated my sister and how she treated me.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of my friends noticed it too, that my mom treated me differently than my sister. Because like when I did wrong, God, it was World War III. It was basically I was allowed to do this, that, the other, because like my mom just like knew how to punish me. Because like if I like I and like, but my sister, oh no, there was no punishing for my sister. Like my sister was not having it. My sister was destructive.
Wow.
My sister was super destructive, and she didn't get her way. And I lived in that type of, and my household growing up, my mom was toxic. Me and my sister would have knockout, drag outs.
That's tough. So you're
Yeah.
14, you get an abortion. You don't tell your mom why you changed. Did she even ask why you changed your mind, or she was just like, okay, let's go?
Basically, okay, let's go.
You get an abortion. Now you're feeling guilty for saving yourself and the child, but you don't see it like that because you killed your baby. And then on top of that, all these other teenagers are now talking about you,
Yeah,
calling you names, and that triggers you to lead to one night when your mom's at work and you're like, I just want to end it all.
yeah.
So what was the plan? Like, how did you?
Pills. I saw some pills. I was like, I want to go to sleep and never wake up.
They were sleeping pills?
No, just like Tylenol like that. But the thing is,
Okay.
like, I was trying to say, like, if I took like a bunch of them, maybe
Yeah.
my body will shut down slowly in my sleep and I won't wake up.
But you woke up.
Pretty freaking much. And I was,
Did your mom did your mom know that you had done that
yeah, I told her I did it.
the next day?
No, the same night.
And what was her response?
She had me committed. Mm-hmm.
So now you're at a hospital ward. Ariel, this is a lot in 4 months. I mean, in however many months that was, 7 months. Like, this is a lot.
Yeah, there was a lot going on that I didn't. I that no, like I never spoke on. There's a lot. that
So your mom didn't know about the bullying at school, I imagine.
no.
Did you tell her best friend?
I didn't. I really like. I basically smiled through it because because I became the person like who wanted to fight all the time. I got
Mm-hmm.
to fight.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, that's basically what my mom. Every time my mom knows something's going on is when I get into trouble for fighting. That's how she only knew I was getting what I was going on behind her back. So a lot of stuff
It's
that she didn't really know what was going on because she wasn't around for it.
This conversation just further solidifies how important it is for us as parents to create a safe space for our kids to have conversations, like to start off that way, because you're suppressing so much because you think nobody's going to believe you if you do share this information.
Mm-hmm.
And if you share the information and they don't believe you, now that's going to paint you a certain way in the family, and it's going to add even more chaos to your already chaotic life at 14.
Yeah.
Which
At
helps
14.
you understand why people get to a point where they're like, I don't want to be here anymore, because you're holding so much in and you don't feel like you have anyone. Like you really do feel like it's you against the world.
Basically, yeah. But after that, like, I started like it started getting like I didn't get to no more abusive relationships, but I did meet a guy that was 21 when I was fit
How
when I was
when you were
again we moved.
15,
I was 15 and a half when I met him. 15 and a half.
how did you meet him?
He was 19 at the time. He was 19 at the time. I met him through again, we had moved to a new place. Again, I'm starting over, making new friends and everything else. And I see this guy hanging out with my homies, and we like again, once again, we smoking once again, and we get to talking. His name was Adrian, and he's 19, and he knows. I told my age because I never lie about my age. I don't. So I let him know I'm 15, and he's like, "What that mean? Say less." In my mind, say less. Like you don't care. Apparently, you don't care. I don't care. Let's yeah. And and my mom was okay with the relationship because she didn't realize the age gap.
So she knew you were in a relationship with this guy. Wait,
Yes,
y'all were in a relationship, an actual relationship.
yeah, actual relationship, but she didn't realize the age. She didn't realize that he was turning 20 a week later. She thought,
Mm-hmm.
okay, he's 19, whatever, whatever. She's 15, whatever. He's 19, he's still got teen. She didn't know how when he was turning 20. But even then, when he turned 20, my mom didn't have no problem with it because I wasn't acting up or
Mm-hmm.
nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's when I turned 16 and he turned 21 is when I started catching real feelings for this person.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to be with him all the time. And my mom kept saying, no, you can't be with him all the time. Like she'll let me go off his house, but I wanted to spend nights with him. And that was
Yeah.
a no. So I would take upon myself to go and sneak over his house and spend a night and turn my phone off so my mom can't pick me up.
And when you say his house, he has his own apartment.
Basically, and he was taking care of his mother who was disabled. He was taking.
Did his mother know about y'all's relationship?
Mm-hmm.
Did she know you were coming over to the house at night?
Yeah, during the day and everything, she knew who I was.
So she didn't, I mean, she may have had a problem with it, but she didn't express it to you.
Yeah, she ain't have trust in me though. No,
Okay.
it started becoming a problem when my mom would get the cops involved because I wouldn't come home.
So she would call the cops and say what?
That she knew where I was. She knew I was at his house. But the thing is, I would always say, I don't want to go. I don't want to go home. I wanted to move out. I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to be emancipated. I wanted to go live with him and live a
Right.
life because I didn't want to be with my mom anymore.
Dang, boy. It's so much that happens during that 13, 17.
At the time I was like I said, like I was going from boy to boy. I was
Mm-hmm.
promiscuous a little bit because, like saying like with the alcohol, the drug use, I was just like I would turn into a ultimate party girl basically. I didn't care
Yeah.
about nothing.
Now, were you still going to school at this time? Or
I was still going to school.
still going to
Yeah,
school,
definitely.
but you was just like, well, when I get home, I'm going over to his
Yeah.
house.
I'm doing me. When I get home, I'm doing me. I do
So
me.
what happened between you and him?
Basically, like he was never abusive. It's just like he wanted to have a relationship with me too. But the thing is, my mom's like, he's 21, you're 16, you're not, you're still a child. He's an adult. I was like, okay, but you knew about it though. So apparently at first you didn't care. So why do you care now? She's like, because you're acting up. You acting like you grown out here. You don't want to come home.
So did it end up being that your mom, like you finally was just like gave in to what your mom was saying and y'all broke up that way?
No, we broke up after my last time trying to run away from home to be with him. That's when it finally ended. And it was like that was sweet, and that was a good year and a half. A good year.
Who he ended it?
I like the police did. The police had to end it because like I got he was hiding me in his house and the police had handcuffed me and him. And that we
Let's
never
see,
after that we
20.
never saw each other again.
Wow.
But after that, I settled down. I didn't do nothing wild. I started turning my life around. My grades started going up. I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm done with the party scene. I'm done. I don't want to do no more. I did like it's out of my system. But at the time when I started winding down, my sister started doing the same, doing it.
Really?
Yeah, she started doing what I was doing. And I would try to tell my little sister, like, hey, you see what I put mama through. Why you want to put her through it again? Why? And she would get mad at me and say, like, well, you did it. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
just because I did it doesn't mean it was right.
Right.
And
Dang.
yeah, so my sister started rebelling. She started her phase. So my mom couldn't catch a break. Mom. And I'm not knowing that my mother is sick.
While you're at this point 16 now, you
I'm
find
at
out
the
that
point
you're
I'm 17. I'm 17. The phase is done.
okay.
17.
You're
Phase is done.
17. Well, how is she sick?
She had lupus. Yeah.
Did she know that prior to you being
Yes.
17 and she hid it from you?
She hid it from us. Yes.
Wow.
Hmm. We didn't know that she was sick because like there were some
Dang.
days like my mom couldn't walk at times. Her skin started getting blotchy from the lupus because they get leopard print, like little blotches, like and pigmented like that. She would use make a lot of makeup to cover it up, but I didn't think nothing of it. My mom was a beautiful woman, you know, and she was in her 30s. She was in her 30s at the time, So, you know, and so my sister started. Well, my sister did way worse than I did. My sister was like out there, like she would steal my mom's car. She would do anything. She had run in with the cops multiple times. I was like, to the point my mom like they don't really know what to do. Like she's like, I got one down, one already settled down. Now my other one's acting up. And the family's trying to step in, trying to get us to wind down again, trying to get us, back on rope. And then a year when I turned 17, at the beginning of my senior year, I get with my daughter's father. We knew each other growing up, and one day with me and him was like, I like you, do you like me, and everything else. So we started a relationship.
And y'all are the same age.
No, no,
He's still
he's
older.
I'm older.
Okay. How old is he?
He is now 32. So I'm 2 years older.
Okay. So he was 15, you were 17.
Yeah, he just turned 16. Yeah, and when we had sex, he had just turned 16. And that night I got pregnant
The first time.
the first time. Yeah, one time I was pregnant
No
again.
protection.
No. Well, yeah, we used protection. The condom broke, and but it was too late. But I was on birth control, so I thought and my birth control ran out at the time. So I thought, okay, it's only 1 week. I'll get one some next week. So I thought
Dang.
it was cool. Not.
Dang.
And it was my mom's birthday week. It was my mom's birthday weekend. She wasn't home. She was home. I got pregnant on my mom's birthday.
So he came over.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all did the do.
We
Y'all are
did
in a
do.
relationship at this point.
Yeah, we're in a relationship. 20 years.
16 and 17.
Mm-hmm.
Same school? Y'all go to the same school?
No, he was in school in the city. I was in school in the burbs. Yeah.
Okay. Different schools. You find out how long after this do you find out that you're pregnant?
3 months.
So you didn't know for 3 months. So the birth control must have thrown you off.
Yeah,
Or
the
you
birth
weren't
control.
aware of your cycle still.
No, I thought like my mom was asking me what did I have a cycle, but it never clicked to me that I was saying no all the time.
Dang.
It didn't click,
Dang.
and then we went to homecoming together. My dress didn't fit right. I was like, hold on, I was like, and I had a little pooch. I'm thinking like I'm probably bloated because like my period, because I get bloated in my period, so I'm thinking nothing of it. And we went to homecoming. I'm partying up, and everything else. We drinking, we dance, we doing everything else. And then like I was going to school for childcare. I was in a program where I could go do childcare program and go to school at the same time. So I was going to school during the day. And the girls out there in my program were looking at me funny, like, "Hey, Ariel, you look pregnant." I said, "No, I'm not." They said, "Yes, you are." I was like, "No, I'm not." She's like, "All right, take a test, buy one." I said, "If I buy one, my mama gonna know what's up." They're like, "Okay, we gonna buy you one." Girl, tell me why they bought me a test the next day. I
What,
literally took
like, how did you feel when you got the results?
I literally went in the bathroom as soon as they gave me the test. I rushed to the bathroom and it was two hard, dark pink lines. And I cried and I was punching the stall, everything. I was like, my mama finna kill me. I got
Right.
pregnant again.
Dang.
I was like, I was just getting my life back together. I was just getting my life. I'm like, here we go again. And so basically I told my friends, and it got around school fast because my sister came up to me and said, "So is it true you pregnant?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Good luck telling Ma." And then so my mama come home that night. I'm shaking, like
Yeah.
deadly shaking. My boyfriend dad is trailing behind her. His dad is trailing behind my mama. I said, "Well, since you're here, I'm gonna tell you too."
Why was he trailing?
Because they friends. So they came in together. So I'm like, I was like, "Ma, I got something to tell you." And my mom was the type that she get in your face this close. And I was like, back up. She's like, what you gotta tell me? I was like, I'm pregnant. She's like, you're what? I was like, I'm pregnant. His dad walked out and called his mom and called his mama. And like, and my mom, and then my mom was like, she didn't talk to me the rest of the night and nothing. And so basically, she took me to the doctor the next day, and I found out I was 10 weeks along, too far along to for abortion.
Do you
It
think
was
if
too
you
late.
weren't that far along, you would have gone through with another abortion, or you would have?
No, I would have kept it this time because I was at the voice. I could be eight. So, no, I was like, I was not having another one. I said, I already told my mom, and that was her first instinct. But when they told her I was too far along,
Mm-hmm.
she that kind of pissed her off. And then like I was gonna hide my pregnancy, but the thing is, my sister has a big mouth when she's mad. I was not
Mm-hmm.
going to tell my family. She told my grandparents when they came to visit because we got into an argument that day.
Mm.
And my grandparents came upstairs to our apartment, and my grandma was cussing me out. My grandpa was like, "Really, really, again, again." I was like, it's like that. The person I feared the most was my mom's best friend because she was a disciplinarian. She was a disciplinarian. I feared her the most. So I knew when she found out, I was dead.
Yeah.
So I went. My mom took me to her house. I was basically like, I walk into my death. My auntie is gonna bury me, and my auntie was waiting for me in her yard. In her.
What did your boyfriend say when you? Because apparently, did you tell his dad before you told him?
Yeah, and and I guess he called his mom, his son's mom. I
Mm-hmm.
guess she was on the block and she had everybody on speaker and everybody on the block heard it. And then so he wasn't home when I tried to call. He wasn't home because he was doing sports at the time. He was doing basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And he finally called me back. He was like, "Is it true you're pregnant?" I said, "Yeah." He said, I was like, oh, he's like, "What you want to do?" I said, "What do you want to do?" He said, "We gonna figure it out." I said, "I want to keep it." He said, okay. And so I decided to keep my baby. I tried to keep my baby, but my mom did not talk to me my whole pregnancy. My mom did not talk to me my whole pregnancy. She was ashamed.
I wonder if your grandma did that to her when she got pregnant.
I don't know. I don't. I was supposed to get up for adoption. I found this out later in life. I was supposed to be adopted. They had a family picked out for me and everything. They stopped last minute to give me up. I wasn't supposed to be here.
I
I
feel
wasn't
like,
wanted.
because a lot of times we behave the way we see our parents behave. And so she's watching you in this moment relive what she did 17 years ago. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious if your grandmother did the same thing to her and stopped talking to her during her entire pregnancy.
My dad, I don't know. They really didn't talk about my mom. Didn't really talk about her pregnancy. She kind of kept that hush to how her pregnancy was with me. So I don't know.
Right.
But my mom didn't talk to me like that because my mom had just given her life back over to God like that. So she was trying to relive her peace and enjoy her life. And then here comes a baby. Here. Like my mom didn't take me to no doctor's appointment. She didn't help me buy no diapers, nothing. My aunt, her best friend stepped in.
Wow. How does that make you feel?
It made me feel betrayed because I feel like I wouldn't like you're my mom. I understand you're upset, but at the same time, I'm still your daughter. I'm having a grandchild. I found out I was having my daughter. It was a little girl. My aunt threw me a baby. My mom only went to one appointment, and that was when I found out gender. That's the only time my mom went to an appointment with me. And when I was when I went to labor, that's the only time my mom ever really got involved. Really. I basically was basically on my own.
But did she let you stay at the house?
Yeah, she didn't stay in the house. She was her thing. Her initial was to tell me get out, but
Mm-hmm.
my aunt had moved in. Her best friend had moved in and said, "Oh no, she could she could stay. She's like if I wasn't for my mom's best friend moving in, my mom would kick me out. Yeah, mom,
Wow.
I would have been out.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
because
you
my mom.
stay.
Yeah,
You're now 17. You haven't, do you have the
I
baby
had
after
I had
you
her 18.
graduate?
I had her a week I graduated. I turned 18. I had her the week I graduated.
Wow. So you
Yeah,
graduated and immediately you have her.
I know. I had her on Memorial Day, and I graduated that
And then you
Friday.
graduated.
Yes, then I graduated.
Wow. And you and her dad had a good relationship.
We he was She stopped letting him come around.
Your mom did.
Yeah. Mm, mm.
I'm stuck.
Yeah, because that happened with me when I was younger too. My dad was forced out of my life. So the cycle repeated. Basically all of my even my aunt when she had my cousin, her son, his father wasn't around either. Like basically everybody was single mothers. Everybody.
But not by the choice of your dad, but by the choice of your family.
Yeah, by the choice of my family.
Do you have a relationship with your dad now?
Of course. Yes, I do.
Did you have a relationship with your dad when you got pregnant?
He found out I was pregnant through a mutual friend. Because he didn't come back in my life till after I had her, like literally 2 weeks after I had her. Because
When
like I
you
guess
were that age, did you know that he wanted to be around but wasn't technically, I guess, allowed to be
yeah,
around?
I didn't know nothing. My mom kind of like I said, my mom always say like would not talk about him. Even though my sister's dad was around and he was alcoholic, which
Wow.
pissed me off.
Dang.
I said, what is so odd? And that's why I was like, okay, my sister had her dad, but I guess her dad fought to keep stay around. She could, and the family and his family wasn't going, so that's the reason why I guess he was allowed to stay. He was, even though he was an alkie, but they were never, but my mom didn't end up with none of her baby daddies. So, but it's like My dad, when I found out my dad was looking for me, my mom called my aunt and told her, and my aunt was like, you know what, she's 18, we're gonna let her decide what she wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's time.
Wow.
And I got in touch with my dad, and I was like, you know what, it's time. I want to relationship with my dad because I got answers, I got questions,
Mm-hmm.
I need to know like what the hell happened in my that made him leave,
What did you
and
find
why he
out?
didn't fight to stay.
What did you find out?
Basically, there was my mom's truth, my dad's truth, and the truth in the middle. I kind of figured, like, once I heard his side, he's like, he was forced out like that, and I'm hearing both sides story, and I'm like, and I put two and two together. I'm like, okay, my mom wanted him to stay, but my grandparents wasn't having. My grandma is my grandma's toxic. My grandmother is a toxic person. The woman I worship was I find out later as an adult, she is toxic.
Dang.
My grandmother was dictator. Like, if you didn't follow what she wanted, you out. You're out. Done.
So your mom and your dad wanted to stay around and raise you together,
Yeah.
but because your mom got pregnant, so it sounds like your grandma may not have had an issue with the relationship. She only had an issue with your dad once your mom got pregnant.
Yeah, basically, and basically like mom and she felt like my mom was kind of like not doing what she wanted her to do and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom was the type that like she like wanted to be the good one like that, didn't want to rebel and everything
Yeah.
else. So she kind of so that's basically what it was. She and
Wow.
that's what I hated about my mom because my mom was the type like she had a good heart, but her intentions behind it was sucky. Like, I love the hell out of my mother. Like, I like no matter what my mom put me, like my mom treatment of me was, I love the hell out of my mother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't respect her the way I did, and everybody, and that's something I regret because my mom is now deceased. She's
Mm-hmm.
been deceased 8 years. She died at 44 years old. So
Way
all
too
I have is
young.
my dad. But then like, after I had my daughter, I had a rough life after that because my mom was the type to, she was finding love in the wrong places too.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, and I sometimes we were arguing, like, I wonder where I get it from. And I've been out. My mom kicked me out at 20 years old
Okay.
because I didn't get along with her boyfriend.
At the time.
Yeah. Well, she secretly married this man without me knowing.
Oh, really?
Hmm. I mean, I want her to be happy, but at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, this man was an addict.
He was an addict
Yeah, he was an addict.
to what?
He was my aunt says he would snort cocaine. He would do cocaine. Like he would do coke.
So you're 17, you get pregnant, you have the baby, you graduate.
Mm.
Is the father of your child able to visit you at the hospital or
No, his family. No, because like his dad was denying paternity. His dad started putting doubts in his head, and like, oh, she got like in her past, she has a history of getting around. How we know this is your baby? That that scenario happened.
did y'all ever do a paternity test?
No, no,
Who,
he
you wouldn't
didn't
do
meet
it or he
my.
wouldn't do it?
No, it's just like because my it's just like in because like when I wanted to go for a paternity test and file for child support, the family tried to hit me with statutory.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they tried to go for that. I was that because I I was 18. I was like technically I was still a minor when I got pregnant. I was still a minor at the time. It just I had turned 18 6 months after the pregnancy happened. Yeah, they tried to hit me with statutory rape.
When they presented this to you, were y'all in court with this, or was it more like a threat? Like if you go to
But
court for,
basically, since I said I wanted child support, they basically brought that up, and I backed off. I was like, nope,
so is your daughter's father in her life?
Then the story about my daughter is not even with me no more because I lost custody when I was 20 years old. When I was 20 years old, I lost custody to my mom's side of the family.
Are you serious?
Because at the time, my mom had kicked me out. Once again, kicked me out for a boyfriend. And she kept moving with my dad. I didn't really have a relationship with my dad. But the thing is, I went back to being party girl again. I went back to that phase of I still was young. I wanted to live my life.
So you move in with your dad, you and your daughter move in with your dad.
Mm-hmm.
And
His wife and
now,
their two kids. His wife
huh?
and her his wife and their two kids.
Okay. So he's remarried. Well, he's married now.
Yes.
And you move in with his whole family.
Mm-hmm.
Define party girl in a way that helps me understand why the family was able to take your child.
Basically, I was not getting a job. I basically was like, wanna go out with people, go out with friends. I want to still drink. I still want to smoke. I started smoking again. All of it.
And your baby's 3.
My baby is two at the time. My baby's two.
So was this decision like your dad ends up calling your mom's side of the family, hey, she's not even trying? Like, how does this even
No,
happen?
basically what I did, like I had a boyfriend at the time that was long distance. And I decided that I wanted to move with him. But I didn't want to bring my child with me because just in case something happened. So I decided to leave her behind and go move in with him.
And then your mom's side of the family files to get legal custody of her.
Because basically I abandoned my child. Basically.
How long were you dating this guy?
Mm, Not that, like, only 2 years.
And then you
It was
moved back
long
in with your
distance.
dad?
Yeah, it was long distance, but
But
I'm
did
not saying
you,
like,
it was long
and
distance, but did you move out there with him?
yeah, I did.
And then once y'all broke up, was he abusive?
He kicked me out. He kicked me out over a stupid reason. I was there for he dumped me the next day. The day I got there is the day he dumped me, and he wouldn't let me go back home because his reasoning was basically like he had cheat. I found out he was cheating on me with somebody else. Move this girl in with us. Mind you, he also has a roommate that also has a girlfriend from another state. The roommate's girlfriend is from Indiana. And but then it's like the woman she know me, he moves her in with us. And he was like, I need you to watch her. I said, why you want me to watch her? He's like, because I don't trust her. I was like, why don't you trust her? He's like, I think she'll win me because he had a decent paying job. So he had money. He had a little money, a little cheese. I said, oh, that's why she with you? He's like, I don't know. That's what you for. Excuse me?
So he's talking to you like you're not even his girlfriend?
No. Because he chose her. But he still wants me around. So okay, I'm playing stupid. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna play stupid. I'm gonna befriend this girl. I'm gonna and see and watch out and see how she moves. And I got my opportunity. And she cheated on him, and I saw it.
So you go back and tell him, hey man, I
No,
just want you.
nope. Got payback. Nope. I waited 2 weeks.
But you say you moved out there and then the next day he kicks
He
you
got
out.
me, but we're all still living together. He wouldn't let me go back home.
What? How was he stopping you from going back home? He was
He wouldn't
using
buy me a
that.
bus. He wouldn't buy me a bus ticket home.
You didn't have any money.
Yeah, I had no money to leave. I left everything behind.
And you move out there and he's like, no, you staying here.
Basically, yeah.
So he would rather pay to take care of your food and stuff, like make sure that you have essentials, hygiene, and
Mm,
all of that stuff. He would rather pay to do all that than to buy you a
mm,
one-time bus ticket to let you go back home.
yeah,
Why?
because I don't know. I didn't know what was on his mindset at the time. I do not know. I don't know what the hell was on his mindset.
So do you end up getting a job and paying for yourself to go back?
No, he kicked me out into the streets because I didn't tell him that she cheated on him. I didn't come to him right away about her cheating on him.
So 2 weeks later,
I told somebody else inside the house that we had a little party, we had a little gathering. I told somebody else in the house that, hey, she cheated on him and he slept with her the same night. He slept with her. And I was laughing about it. That person went to him and told,
and he put you in the streets.
and he put me in the streets for it because I basically was showing disloyalty. And I said, how am I being disloyal? You dumped me for her. And because I made you look stupid, now you want me in the streets. I was in the streets for 3 months. 3 months I
Are
was in the
you
streets.
serious?
I was in the streets for 3 months out
Was
there.
it that because you couldn't get a job? Like, what was happening?
I couldn't find because like I didn't know nobody. I'm in Columbus, Ohio. I know nobody. And when I ended up on the streets, I met these other girls who happened to do the same thing. They moved there for guys, end up getting hurt, and the guys dumped them on the streets. But then I met a guy from on the streets. That guy was being my that that guy ended up being my
What? Let me get this absolutely straight. Both of y'all are homeless.
yeah. Yeah.
And he has the nerve to be homeless and abusive.
Mm-hmm. Like it was like it just out of nowhere. Like we're chilling, and he like this. He had his arm like this around me like this, and then he squeezed, and I was like, wait, hold on, and I'm like, hold on, I'm like, hold on, like he's squeezing and squeezing. And I'm like, I'm tapping, it's me, hello, and like literally, he's not letting me go until like I'm choking, and then he finally lets me loose, and I'm looking in shock, like what was that? And he's like, I'm sorry. And I'm like, bro, like, and I was like, I put up with him because like, because like us younger, I was young, 20 years old, didn't know the streets like that. And so I used it for protection,
How old was he?
21.
So both of y'all are homeless,
Mm-hmm.
sleeping under bridges. Like, do y'all
Yeah,
go to shelters at night or y'all just like legit streets?
like both. Because the shelter won't let you stay in the building. They kick you out at 5 a.m.
Right.
And your bed is not covered. Basically, you got to fight for a bed every night.
And while you're out there with this guy, he tries to choke you or he chokes you.
Mm-hmm. Like out of nowhere.
And then he says, I'm sorry. But you don't, I mean, even if you wanted to leave, where you going?
Right, where I'm going. So basically, like I stayed, around. I'm like, okay, it was one time thing. He probably like whatever. And then, but then like he got sick with the flu, like that. The hospital released him off of liquid Vicodin. This idiot is screaming at the top of his lungs at 2 o'clock in the morning. Literally, like he's like screaming random stuff because he's high as a kite at 2 o'clock in the morning. And I had to call, and I'm like, somebody needs to call the cops because he won't shut up and everything. Somebody called the cops because he wouldn't shut up because he's loud. Like it's literally middle of the night. You're loud as you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling the cops like, and the cops like, there's nothing we can do for him. He's hot, like he has to come down for me. I'm like, great. So I got to put up with this all night. I ain't gonna get no sleep.
So the
And it,
time that he puts his arm around your neck, that's the only time he did it. He really didn't abuse you anymore.
no. Then one time, like I went out by myself without him, and he didn't know where I went. And the next thing I'm hearing is, "Hey, come get your guy." He's punching the wall. He's punching like there's a metal sheet area, and he's punching dents in it. I'm like, for what? He's like, cause he didn't know where you went. I had went off with some of the females like that, cause I wanted to hang with the girls. Get away from him. I need my space because we guys were arguing that day, and he's going ballistic, and I'm like this. I went to grab him. He punches me in my mouth. He literally punched like hooked me in my nose. Like he knew it was like he knew it was me. He knew.
Yeah.
And the thing is like the guys like all ran up when they saw him hit me. They all ran up on him and they started beating him up.
And
He
was
said,
he like, I didn't know who it was grabbing
no, he
me?
said no, because he said like he blamed himself. He's like I was scared that something happened to you. I didn't know where you went. Da, da, da. I was like, okay. I'm like, dude, I don't need to tell you where I'm going. I'm grown as hell.
So
And
after
plus,
that incident, let me.
I gotta touch my aunt. I gotta touch my aunt, my mom's best friend. She was living in Michigan. I got in touch with her, and I told her like what happened to me, and she said, "I'm giving you a bus ticket out, a first bus ticket out of there. You come to stay with me." Sure. And that's exactly what happened. I moved to Michigan with my aunt. When I got back to Chicago, I basically reunited with my daughter, Ariel. I reunited with her like that because how I reunited with her was I was walking in the sub. I was walking around like that, looking for a job. My mom thought she saw a ghost. Like she like her car. I see her car, and she like literally she looked at me and stopped. She like, hold on. She backs up because like she ain't heard from me or nothing. She ain't spoke to me in almost a year now. This is almost a year of
Wow.
not talking to each other. We were no contact. And I'm like, so basically, when I went MIA, basically nobody looked for me. Nobody looked for me. No Amber Alert, nothing. Nobody looked for me. No missing person, nothing. I disappeared. No, my family didn't know where I went. I was ghost. And that's what I was like. So like, I hugged my mom like that. I was crying like that, and I reunited my daughter. To reconnect with her. She was so happy to see me. She was 4 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I started getting my life back together. Ran to an ex-girlfriend. Now this one,
Who's
I don't know why.
ex-girlfriend?
I'm bisexual. Okay.
Okay.
So I had a girlfriend that day when I was 19 years old, whatever. We had a relationship, but we didn't click for long term. We parted ways actively.
Mm-hmm.
But then we reconnected. I ran to her randomly. She had kids. She had a set of twins. Around the time that around the time I met, we reconnected. So I reconnected with her. She offers me to move in with her. We talked like you want to move in with me so you can get on your feet, get a job, whatever. So you be with your daughter. I said, cool. Man, this woman, she wasn't abusive when I first dated her, but something after the kids messed with her brain. I think she had postpartum. I think she was postpartum psychosis because she went psycho on me. Like any little thing triggered her. Like basically, if the kids, because they're twins, it's like that. She would get frustrated and she would start crying. With one of the twins, I would tell her like, "Let me take the kids. I know what to do. Calm down, whatever." But then like she basically like she hit me one time, and I was like, okay, I've seen this before. I'm done. I'm done.
Or
I don't want
what?
this. It was basically like she like had a temper tantrum. Oh, she was having a temper tantrum over something stupid. I don't remember the argument. And she pushed me out the chair I was sitting in, and threw my weed out the window. The I bought. The I bought. I was pissed.
You was so mad.
I was mad, girl. Do you know how much weed cost back then? $20.
Said I bought it.
Right, that's 20. That's a dub.
Right, right. You
That's
like at
all
this point, do
dub.
you have a job yet?
Yeah, I'm working. I'm helping her pay rent and everything else. I'm paying bills. So
And she pushed you out of chair.
puts me out of a chair and over something stupid and throw my weed out the window. I say, you know what? Nope. I'm done. I don't want this. I see where this is going. Man, this girl, because like I guess like she was the jealous type that any man that looked at me, she would get so pissed.
But y'all weren't dating at this point, right? Y'all were
Yes, we
just
were.
roommates.
We were no, we were dating.
Oh, so she offered to move you in and then y'all got into another relationship.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah. And but thing is like she would openly cheat on me though.
Wow.
She would openly cheat on me. And the time I tried to break up with her, she tried to kill me. She tried to kill me. I have a cut on my leg. I have a scar on my leg from her hitting me with a mirror. You know those door mirrors that you see
Yeah.
at Walmart hang on doors? That.
What happened, Ariel?
It was a Sunday morning. We got into an argument, and I said, I'm done. I don't want to be with you no more. I've been in enough abuse in my life. I'm done with this. And she's like, no, you're not gonna leave me. Don't no one leave me. And she pushed me on the bed. And next thing I know, I see her take the mirror off the door. And I was saying, it's me. Stop. I was like, no. And she just put it over her head and slammed it on top of me. And I thought I was dead. I literally thought because there was shards of glass everywhere. I thought I was dead. Because there was blood everywhere.
So you get up off the bed. Like, did she just hit you one time? Then she walks out the room?
The whole mirror shattered on top of me, on top of my body.
And she just
And it
leave you there in the glass, laying
no,
in the bed of glass.
she freaked out. What she did? She freaked out. She said, "Oh my god, oh my god!" Like I guess she realized that she was gonna. She didn't see her like. I'm like, what do you mean? Oh my god! Like she just saw all the blood and everything. She saw the blood and freaked. And I was like, and luckily it was only the inside of my lip and my leg that was cut. Luckily, I think God saved my life that day because that was a lot of glass. And then the cops got called because I said we need to call the cops to give me help, give me the hospital. She was like, and she wouldn't. And the cops were called. She would not let them in her room. She told me to lie to them. She told me
So
to
she
tell them
let you call the cops, but then she was like, when they get here, don't like tell them something else.
yeah, tell them I ran if they tell them I ran and cut it myself into the mirror. Don't tell them what I did to you.
So they get there, and what happens?
They try to see where the glass was, but she wouldn't let. But then she wouldn't let them in the room. Her story would have made sense because the glass is on the bed, and I said
Right.
I fell into it.
So what did you say to them when they questioned you?
I told them I fell into it, but then they wanted to see what they wanted to see for themselves the evidence to match
So
my
you
story.
lied anyways.
Yeah, I lied anyway
Why?
because I was afraid. She had kids, and I didn't want to see her put away.
I knew I had a strong feeling that that was your reason, but I wanted to ask because a lot of people don't understand why when someone is abused, and the police are involved or somebody is involved, they lie. There's a lot of reasons why people lie. And that's one of the reasons because I don't want to take this person away from their kids, and I don't want to feel responsible for their kids not having this person in their life.
Exactly. That's exactly it.
Dang. So
That
you
is
lie to the
exactly,
cops and you tell
yeah.
them I ran into it. So do they take you to the hospital to get checked out, or
Yeah,
you kind of
I
just
had
stay?
I had to get stitches. I had to get 6 stitches in my leg.
You come out the
And
hospital,
from out the hospital. But then her abuse didn't stop. She didn't
so you
learn.
stay with her.
Yeah, because like I said, I had a job, but then it's like, but she was taking all my money. Like basically, like she would take all the money. She would spend her paycheck, my paycheck, and her mom, who was blind for diabetes, she would take her money too when it hit.
So
So
did you feel like you were trapped, like you were stuck because you didn't have
basically,
another house
yeah,
to go
basically,
to?
yeah, I was trapped, and basically, she, I've been burned with scalding hot water by her, punched in the mouth.
This
She
is
bit
after
me.
this is after the mirror incident.
Yes, like she started
Why did
biting
she
me.
why did she burn you?
It's just like something snapped in her hand. It's randomly she would attack me out of nowhere, just randomly attack me.
And we talking about hot water from the sink, or we talking about off the stove?
We in the shower and she turned on the hot water and held me there. And I'm screaming to get out.
And her kids seeing all of this, like when y'all
Her
have,
kids weren't home. Like her kids weren't home because she had joint custody with the father at the time.
and she would always do things to you when they were with him.
Yeah, basically.
You said she punched you too?
Yeah, she would punch me because her mom being half diabetic, her mom only sees shadows, and I didn't like the way she was treating her mother. So I tried to intervene, and she hit me in my face because she said, "Don't ever come see me, my mother." I said, "You talking to your mom like she ain't nothing. I don't condone that. She can't defend herself. This girl has stripped me naked outside, half naked outside. She
Why?
It was her way of punishing me.
So
Like
she was she like she took your clothes and then locked you out the house?
no, like she would like literally like we get in arguments like that, and she start pulling my clothes off of me, and will leave me outside with just bra panties sometimes out of a fight. And then I found her, and she's bleached my clothes. She cut my hair one time.
While you were asleep?
No,
She just came at you with some scissors.
yeah, basically because like she was self conscious of herself, so she grabbed my hair and cut a piece of it off. And my hair was so uneven, I was so mad. I finally got out when her ex best friend came to live with us because she was telling everybody I was the problem. Everybody was believing that I was the one antagonizing her, not
Mm-hmm.
knowing because there was no witnesses. It was just me.
Right.
Her ex best friend came to live with us with her boyfriend. She started seeing like it's not you, it's her.
So now we're up to is her. Her mom is living in the house.
Yeah.
You're living in the house, and then
Mm-hmm.
her ex-friend and boyfriend. So now we got five people in the house.
Mm-hmm.
So once they move in, they see that she's the abuser.
Yeah.
She's the harpo.
Yeah.
And what do they help you get out and get a place, or
She
what
helped me.
happens?
Basically, how I got out. Basically, we went to go do laundry, and my ex made one more threat towards me. She's like, I don't know what she was looking for. She couldn't find it, but she said, "Wait till you get home. You're gonna wish I would have found it. Whatever she was looking for." And her ex best friend was like, "No, this is done. You're getting out today." She gave me a bus ticket. She said, "Here's the money for a bus ticket. Go because I had a best friend that lived in the burbs at the time." She said, go to their house and stay there. Don't come back here." I was like, "What about my clothes?" She's like, "Don't worry about that right now. Just go."
Oh my
And that's how I
gosh.
got out. But I think I knew I had to go. And then she started blowing up my phone when I ran,
Hmm.
looking for
How
me,
old are
saying,
you at this time? You're still
21.
20.
I'm 21. 21. 21.
You get out, you go to your best friend, she lets you stay.
Yeah.
And from there, you're able to start putting the pieces of your life back together and rebuilding.
Yeah. But I had to go back and get my stuff. I did have to go back and get my stuff.
Okay.
And that's why we see why I finally broke it off with her. I was like, I'm done. You promised me that you wouldn't do this to me so many times. I can't do this no more. This is done. Because she
And
was
she
like
let it be
crying.
done.
Yeah, she was like crying, begging, everything. I was like, that don't faze me no more. You hurt me too much. So like I got my life together. I started like, had a stable job. And then I decided to go to school for massage therapy.
Hmm.
And I was doing good massage therapy. I was getting into my third semester. Here comes another harpo.
No.
Yep, here comes another one. Age 23. 23. Here comes another one. But he don't show his butt until 3 years later. He don't show his
No.
3 years later. Yeah, I was 23 when I met him. I was single. I was single at the time, wasn't looking for a relationship. He inboxed me online. We met online. And I was going to school in Joliet, Illinois. And he lives in Joliet. He said, "Can we meet?" I said, "Sure." It's my lunch break. I was like, "Let's meet." I'm not looking for anything, but if it happens, it happens. Whatever.
Hmm.
And we meet. He's being charming, like charming, and I'm
That's the
falling for it.
buzzword.
Yeah, I'm falling for it hard. And I see he's a pet lover, and he has these two little black cats come into my lap, and one has gizmo ears. Her name is Misty, and I fall in love.
Hmm.
I'm like, oh, she is so adorable. Da, 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 da. He's like, they could be yours if you move in with me. Like, I was like, and like he did try to sleep with me the first day. I said, no, we're not having sex. No.
How long had y'all been talking online before you
Not
met up?
long. Not long at all. I
So
was
let me
trying
get
to put
this
a,
straight. You
it was
you're
supposed to be just a
23.
meet and greet. It was,
Y'all start communicating online for a couple of weeks.
yeah, a couple weeks.
You meet up with him, and the very first time y'all meet up, he's talking about you can move in.
Mm-hmm. Because we were at his house, and that's why I met
Where
the
my
cat.
red flag at? I need you know what? That's gonna be my next purchase. So I can just be waving flags all throughout the episode. Cause what?
Like red flag, red flag.
How we get here?
That should be a red flag. I know that should have been a red flag, but I didn't see it. And like it took me. I stayed with the weekend with him and never left. Never left.
Wait, how long did you before that? So y'all met.
Mm-hmm.
Where did y'all meet up?
He picked me up from school. It was during my lunch break. He took me to his house because his house wasn't far from me. His house wasn't
I
far from
need one. I need something red. I need something red. I have nothing. Dang. Come on.
I know. I was like, and he's like, that weekend I moved in and I never left.
This is the same weekend that you first made of the week that you meet. So you meet up on
Yeah,
lunch. He comes and picks you up. He takes you back to his apartment during your lunch break. So you only got 10,
an
15
hour.
minutes to chill.
No, I got an hour. It was an
So
hour.
how long is the commute from your job to his apartment?
5 minutes. It was an apartment. It was a house. He owned a house.
From his house to where you work was 5 minutes.
Yeah, where I was going to school at was 5 minutes. Wow.
So he picks you up, he brings you over there. Y'all hang out for 45 minutes, and he's already talking something. Well, all you gotta do is move in. He takes you back. Y'all keep talking because you had a good time.
Yeah.
You obviously felt safe.
Yeah, he felt safe. So,
And then that weekend, he's like, well, why don't you come hang out with me?
yeah.
Like, how do you end up back at his house that weekend?
He comes and picks me up. He picks me up from school, glad school that day. And he picks me up from school. It's supposed to be for a weekend. That weekend turned into me moving in.
How?
Because I felt safe with him. He was doing everything right. Like, everything was going right. So I was like, okay, he feels safe enough to be around, I really don't know him, but we're gonna take it slow.
How? Y'all are the same age?
No, he is 5 years older than me. Mm-hmm.
So you're 23 now. He's 28.
Yes.
Got his own house.
Got his own car,
Good
job.
job.
Yeah.
Taking care, like living a single life. Got his cats. Everything about him seems normal,
Cats and dogs.
healthy,
He got
and
two
safe.
dogs and two cats.
He meets you, and when y'all are talking online, nothing about the conversation feels icky or eerie.
No,
It's just like,
no.
okay, we just getting to know each other. He's cool. Okay, I'm gonna spend the night. Why? Why do you spend the night so quick?
It was just like, cause like I was trying to, like, I wanted to get away from living with my best friend like that, because I was still
Okay.
living my best friend's house, like, so it was a
Okay.
way to get away.
Yeah.
But it didn't turn into, like, me moving out. And then, but
But
things
whoa,
like
whoa,
when I
whoa, whoa,
started,
whoa, whoa. Before we get to the end, then, so you go over to his house that weekend. Y'all have a good time. Whose idea is it for you not to go back and move in, go back with your
both
best
of
friend?
ours, both of ours.
So y'all are talking over the weekend like, this is cozy, this is comfortable. I like your vibes, you like my vibes. I already told you, baby, you can move in with me and you can have these cats if you move in. So the invitation is still on the table, and you're like, well, okay, cool, I accept.
He told me he could. He told me he's been married before.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about his ex-wife. He said that she cheated on him, and they were together for 4 years, but they only were married for 3 months, and it was a no because she cheated
Mm-hmm.
on him.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the story I got. But then, like, but it's like, I mean his family. I didn't like. I met his mom and it's like that. It was very early on. I didn't know he was a mama's boy until
Mm-hmm.
the mother started calling 5 times a day
Mm-hmm.
because he's an only child.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, he's mama's boy. She calls 5 times a day. Everything else, okay. He's close to the family. That's
Mm-hmm.
fine. But then, like, we made his cousin. She's a lesbian, whatever. But she's like, there was 3 others before you, right? I was like, what? She's like, he was talking to 3 other girls before you.
After him and his ex-wife got annulled. Like, how long
It
have
was,
they
it was
been?
years later. It was years later.
Okay.
We came in. Like, I was like 10 years after the divorce. I came in 10.
Okay. So when she says there's three before you, like, what's the time
He
frame?
was talking to 3 other women before me.
But I mean, if
Before I
it's years later, of course he's talking to three other women. Like, is it
I
like
know,
all
but
at the same
that
time?
he was talking to other people. He did not mention not once that he was talking to other people.
Okay.
He never mentioned none of these women. His cousin told me.
Okay.
I was like, okay, like I was like, does he still mess with these girls? He's like, I don't know. Da, da, da. One girl didn't know she got ghosted and started calling his phone.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, hold on. Why you got and I answered the phone? He let me answer the phone. It's 9 o'clock at night. I
Mm-hmm.
was like, he's asleep. She's like, well, can I talk to him? I'm like, no, this is his fiance. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not even engaged yet, but
Right.
I said, this is fiance. Fiance. I was like, yeah. She's like, he didn't tell me, like, he didn't tell me that. I was like, well, honey, it's done between you and him. You're irrelevant. I'm in the house now. Have a good
Mm-hmm.
day. Then his ex-girlfriend started calling his phone, saying like he owed her money, this, and that. He said she was toxic. This one, another one, he said he was toxic. I'm like, okay. I guess he had a bad history when it comes to women. All these women are toxic. All of them, like, he's had a bad history.
I ain't
And
got
then,
nothing to wait.
girl, he told me he couldn't have kids though. When we met, he told me he couldn't have kids.
So
Tell me why he got me pregnant. Tell me
he
why.
told you he was sterile.
Yes, and I found out I was pregnant. So I was fine.
When he told you he was sterile, was it like me and my ex-wife tried to have kids and I couldn't, or the
He said
doctor said
everybody he slept with never got pregnant. Never. He's been trying for kids for the longest, and nobody got pregnant. No. And I fell for it. I fell for it.
wait a second. So he didn't say that he was medically unable to have kids. He's just saying, well, I done slept with folks and nobody's pregnant.
Basically, yes. He thought because he's like he said ain't not, so he thought. So he thought.
It is a thing called birth control. Like they could easily be on something.
Right. They were saying like, so I'm like, so I find I'm pregnant. I'm like, hold on. I was like, okay, I'm pregnant like that. It happened quick.
How long? I was just about to ask. So you move in, like literally the weekend you move in, you don't go back to your best friend's house.
No. No.
So how long after that do you get pregnant?
So I found out I was like it was like a month later.
Okay.
And it was quick like that. And then like we told his family was like, well, we don't condone this.
Mm-hmm.
We don't condone pregnancy out of wedlock.
Mm-hmm.
So he asked me to marry him.
Mm-hmm.
That weekend.
Y'all a month into knowing each other.
Yeah.
You're pregnant, and he asked you to marry him because his family does not agree with pregnancy out of wedlock.
Yes.
Okay. So he proposes.
And then after we got engaged, we got married 10 days later.
Okay.
Do you hear me? I got married 10 days after being engaged.
How do you feel about all of this in that moment?
Well, I didn't think he was like, he had me I picked up my own ring without even knowing that I was actually about to get engaged. I thought it was like, okay, maybe further down the line after the baby's born, you know.
Yeah.
I was going to get married after the baby's born, or at least later on in the pregnancy. You know, just be some time. No. He proposed, like the day I picked up the ring is the day he proposed.
Did you feel forced into marrying him 10 days later?
Yeah.
How so?
Because like I didn't want to be showing, I guess. Because like it will make me look and the family look bad.
So were you thinking more so about you, or were you thinking more so about his family and their judgment?
Because when I got with him, he told me that I had to do a lot. I had to convert religion and dress different, everything. Everything had to change.
This is before you got pregnant.
Mm-hmm. But I didn't know that he was serious. I did not think about that.
I'm gonna wave my string. It's red. It's red.
I didn't think about that. So yeah, when I got like when I was that happened. So yeah, I converted. I did. I converted, but I wasn't allowed to wear pants anymore. So basically, I had to dress like a woman all times, dresses or skirts. And I'm not girly girl. I'm a tomboy. So and I had piercings, everything. Had to take those out. Mm-hmm. I couldn't wear braids, nothing like that.
It still blows my mind how they can seem to be attracted to someone for who they are, and then when you get in a relationship or you get married, all of a sudden you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't dress this. I don't like that on you. You got to wear this. You got to do that.
He had jealousy issues. He's had insecurity. Because like I told him about my past and promiscuity. So in his mind is he thinks I'm gonna cheat on him constantly, like literally. Like I was allowed to have no male friends, none. Like, but then I knew he still had female friends though.
Right.
So
that's how it is.
So I'm like, I thought it was cute at first, but then the more he was like, okay, why are you so insecure? I'm with you. What's your problem? And I'm like, and then I'm running to the ex-girlfriends like that. I'm running to like, and he's like, and he's afraid to talk to these women in front of me. I'm like, not introducing me as his wife or nothing. I'm like, excuse me. I'm like, okay, you know what? This is strange. What up? Like, but he's my husband. I got him locked and key, whatever. But then it's like, year three, I thought we got pregnant with our second son within 9 months after having our first son.
So you had the son.
Yeah, my first son, he's 10. He's 10 years old now.
Okay. And then
9 months later, I found out I was pregnant again.
okay.
My son made 9 months and I was pregnant again with our second son.
And this is okay, so you're still year 1.5, 2 of knowing him.
Yes. Because we had our son MJ in 2015. We had our son, and our son Caden was born in 2016.
Okay.
We got married in 2014.
How is all of this like? Are you happy with the kids? Like what
I'm
how
happy with
is
the life that we have, but then it's like I started missing my old life at the same time.
when you say your old life, do you mean your friends because you don't have them anymore? Or
Yeah,
are you talking about
yeah. I didn't have my friends, and my family started kind of making me feel like I'm crazy. Like they were appraising him for like taking me in, like I was a problem that had to be that they didn't want anymore. I felt
mm-hmm.
tossed aside, but my family kind of like oh, I got pawned off a little bit. I felt pawned off.
Mm-hmm.
I became somebody else's problem.
Yeah.
And because like when we argue, he would tell them that I'm going crazy, I'm not listening, da da da. And my mom and stuff would say like, "Oh, I wish I had a man like yours. This is the best thing that ever happened to you. You need to make it
Mm-hmm.
work." And I'm like, "Wait a
Mm-hmm.
minute, who the hell started y'all on?" I'm like, "Okay, it is what it is." What like, but like, the more I was starting to miss my old lives like that, but the more his insecurity started to show. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, it was starting to irritate me. I'm gonna admit, I did something stupid. I did cheat on my husband because I felt I got pushed to it though.
How
Because
did you feel that?
because like, I hung out with a guy friend because on Mother's Day, it was Mother's Day weekend, me and my ex-husband got into a fight that he said he wasn't gonna do nothing for me for Mother's Day. He was like, I was like, okay, okay, bet. I was like, so I had a guy friend, come take me, go get my hair done, go get my nails done. Just friendly. I'm trying to prove to him that, hey, I have my friends and nothing happened. I got greeted at gunpoint.
Hold on, wait. So he says he's not doing anything for you for Mother's Day. Been there, heard that. So you leave with a guy friend that he doesn't know you have because in his
No,
mind
he
he
knows
has
I have this guy friend, but he doesn't trust me with him because of his
oh,
own insecurity.
right. So the guy comes and picks you up,
Yeah. Not from my house, from my job. Because I got off work early.
and then y'all go and you get your hair done and your nails done.
Yeah, I paid for all of it. Not him. I paid for it.
And then because you don't have a car, sounds like.
No, I don't drive because I have anxieties like that. But then I'm telling my ex-husband everything. I kept contact with him, and
Mm-hmm.
he's going ballistic. He's
So you call him, hey, so Chuck is coming to pick me up from school. I'm about to go get my nails done and my hair done. And he
and he's
answers
going
the
and he answers with threats. Like he's saying, like if you go with him, you're gonna wish you didn't. Da da da. I'm like, and I'm ignoring. I'm like, he ain't about that life. Shut up. Like you talking out your ass.
so he's never seemed any kind of you haven't seen any kind of aggression or violence from him these 3 years.
I mean, he's pulled a gun on me. This is the second time he's pulled a gun on me. The first time he pulled a gun on me because he's materialistic. Because we got into one fight over money. He spent $200 on a suit, and we have a baby, mind you. We already had our first son, and I got pissed. And I told him I will cut that suit up because that's all you care about is your material things over your family. And that's when he pulled the gun on me. He said, "If you touch that suit, I will blow your head off." Because he used to be a cop. He was a sheriff deputy for Joy. He was a sheriff deputy.
And he just has a gun and he goes and gets it and he just points it to you at your head.
Mm-hmm. Pointed right at my head.
And your son is how old at the time?
6 months. Mm-hmm. He has me at gunpoint, and I got a knife on him, and I got.
So how does this situation de-escalate?
He finally drops it like that. Cause like I called his bluff. I called it.
So
I
he
told
was
him, you
like,
want
you
to do
ain't
it?
about to
Do it.
shoot me.
Right. I said, if you're gonna do it, do it.
And he put the gun down.
Yeah.
How do you feel like after somebody pulls a gun on you and you're still going to bed with this person?
It's just it shocked me, but it was like, I was like, but it's like, you know what? It was a fight, whatever. I always dismissed everything. I always dismissed like it is what it is. But then it's like when he did it again, when I came home from getting my nails done, he met me at gunpoint again. And this
So
time,
you get dropped off back at
yeah,
home. You open the door.
and there's a gun pointed right at me. He has me. He has my two kids in the house with him, and he leads me to the bedroom, and it still has the gun at me, pointed right at me, and said, "I will blow your brains out." And he clocked it too. This time he's cocking it. He had a shotgun on me. He had two guns that he had. He had a 9mm and a shotgun, a shot off shotgun. He had the shotgun pointed at me. And I called the cops. I literally called the cops on him.
After
He
he
tried to take,
puts the gun down.
yeah, he was, because I said I would call the cops, and he fled. He took the kids and fled, tried to flee. When the cops showed up, they blocked him in.
So this joker knows the cops are on the way and he tries to like he trying to load up kids. He ain't just trying to leave.
No, he took the kids with him. Took the kid, like grabbed the kids, tried to flee, and the cops blocked. By the time that happened, cops already got there, and he was blocked in. And I told the cops what happened, and they arrested him. But then the charges didn't stick because I did not stick. I did not. I didn't want to press charges
Why not?
because I had a job, but I wasn't. I was codependent on him, and we had kids. He made me codependent.
So not because so you don't drop the charges because you're like he's always wanted a family and I want him to be around his kids and I want him to be able to have access to this. You drop the charges because you feel like I can't afford this home without him, and if I lose this home, me and my babies are in the street.
Yeah, basically.
You drop the charges because you don't want your children to be homeless.
Yeah,
Y-
he made me codependent.
How did he make you codependent?
Basically, like I had a job that made minimal money, but he was the breadwinner. Because he
Hmm.
made most of it, and so I depend. We depended most on his income. So I knew my little money couldn't get us by. But
Hmm.
but then it's like he hated my job at the same time. He would say like, "You're not making enough money for this family. Everything falls on me."
Did you ever try to get a different job?
Um, yeah, but then it's like I didn't. But then it's like I wasn't happy. What I was like, you know what? I'd rather be a stay-at-home mom at that point because I got tired of like. But then I found out after our second son, I'm pregnant. After I cheated on my husband, I found out I was pregnant.
Hold on, wait, back up. Put it in reverse, Terry. Put it in reverse. Hold on. So you come home, you have two sons. You come home on Mother's Day. He's got a sawed-off shotgun to your face.
Mm-hmm.
He leaves you in the bedroom and says he's gonna blow your brains out. You call the police. He tries to leave. They arrest him.
I cheated that
Then
night.
you,
I cheated on my husband that night because I was hurt. I
while
was
he's
hurt.
still in jail.
Yeah. Well, he didn't go to jail. He didn't go to jail like that. Yeah.
So, okay, so they handcuff him, and while he's outside, you're like, I'm not going to press charges.
Yeah.
They release him and let him back in the house with you, even though he just pulled a shotgun on you.
Yeah.
So how is it that you and your husband and your kids are
Left.
in the house?
I left the house. I didn't want to be around
How?
him.
You just
I
walked off?
basically had the same guy friend come back and pick me up.
Okay.
I was like, you know what? You got like you watch kids like that. I need to get away from you because that was a lot. And
You
me being
didn't you
vulnerable,
didn't
I would I stepped out.
you didn't feel fearful of your kids' lives, or did you know you
No,
just
'cause I
had
knew he wouldn't hurt the kids. I know for a fact he wouldn't do that. He loved our
so
kids too much.
so Chuck comes back and picks you up. Your husband
Mm-hmm.
is just like, yeah, just lets you go, like he don't say nothing.
Yeah, no, he don't say nothing.
Chuck comes back and picks you up. Would y'all go like to the movies? Y'all ride
No,
around?
we went. We're like, yeah, we were riding around. I was crying. I'm hysterical. I'm mentally drained, and then like I felt vulnerable. So like we started kissing and everything else, and one thing led to another. It was only one time. I went back home, and I apologized to my husband. Saying like, I'm sorry for the fight that we had, and this and that. I didn't tell him that I cheated until like he started having suspicions of it. Like he's like she like he feels like I got touched by somebody else. I guess he started. I don't know if he had a feeling or what. And he asked me, and I lied first because like I was scared of his reaction because I've seen the dark side of him. So I'm like, I don't want to bring that out again.
Right.
And but he hoped, and I was like, I finally said, yeah, I did. And but then it's like but then it's like we were intimate around the time too. We were still being intimate, trying to make it work. But it's that
So
when I
so
got
you sleep so that day Chuck comes and picks you up. Like y'all just have sex in the car?
no, we at his house. We were not his.
Oh, you went back. Oh, okay. So y'all went over to his house and you're over there crying your eyes out, blah, 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 blah. He
Yeah,
takes advantage of your vulnerability. You
yeah,
allow him to take advantage of your
yeah.
vulnerability. Then y'all have unprotected sex.
No, we do.
You have
We
protected
do.
sex.
We have a time now.
Okay. So then you go back home
Mm-hmm.
and then you feel guilty now. So you apologize for an argument, even though this man had a whole gun in your face.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
And then y'all wake up the next day and y'all try to move forward from that moment.
Yes.
But he feels like something has happened
Yeah.
ever since Chuck came and got you.
Yeah.
Okay. So how long after you cheat on him do you actually tell him I cheated on
It was like a week.
you? Okay.
We thought, and but thing is, like, I was into my husband too, so we were still intimate with each other, and that's when I got pregnant around that time too, with my our third son.
But because so you weren't 100% sure, even though y'all used protection, you weren't 100% sure that it was
I
your
was,
husband's.
I knew who his father was, but he wasn't.
After you told him he wasn't sure.
Yeah, he literally was. He was like, he questioned paternity. He filed for divorce from me. He filed for divorce once I got pregnant, but then like I got like 5 months into the pregnancy, he was like, you know what? I'm not gonna divorce you because what if I am the father? It's gonna make me look bad. It's,
So it wasn't even about y'all's relationship. It was more so about how he looked in the public eye.
basically,
But he didn't really want to make it work with you after he found out that you cheated on him.
yeah, yeah. He didn't want to make work with me, but it's like he didn't want to look bad, so
But
that we stayed
okay,
in it.
here's a question, all up in your business. The you So you leave, you cheat, you come back that week, not that night, but that week, you and your husband get intimate.
Yes,
You get pregnant that week. then let's just say the end of the week, you finally like, yes, I did sleep with him.
Yeah.
Are y'all intimate after that, or is he like,
Yeah.
nah?
Yes. Because
But
he's acting like everything cool. He's acting like everything is cool.
but then 5 months in, he's like, you know what? He probably been living with all of these conversations in his head by himself, and finally he speaks out and he's like, this probably ain't even my child, so I'm gonna go ahead and chuck deuces.
Yeah. But then it's like he reneged when the day of the like we were supposed to go to court. He reneged. He said, "I don't want to look bad if this is my child. Let's just make it work." I'm
Okay.
like, wow, you care about the image more than you care about me. Okay, that's fine.
Okay. So you
So
agree
basically,
to
like,
it.
yeah, he agreed. So yeah, so basically, like, the pregnancy goes on, but then I'm so stressed out because he's still publicly denying my child, even though he stayed with
Publicly,
me.
like outside, like outside of y'all's home.
Yes, he's publicly denying my child.
So now he's told other people that you stepped out on him, and
Yeah,
this
and
might not even be
I'm
your
pregnant with
kid.
somebody else's child. It's not his.
Okay.
He's publicly humiliating me. Like social media, everything. Everybody is
But
like,
he
he's
don't mention
slamming me
nothing
hard.
about putting a sawed-off shotgun to your face
No, no, no.
or a 9 millimeter.
Right? No, he didn't. He just wait what led up to it. No, left that part out. Yeah. So basically, I'm facing public humiliation. My son was born 2 months early because of the stress he put me under. My third son was born 2 pounds 15 ounces. He near died at birth because I was so stressed out. My placenta had died.
So he has to go to NICU. How long is he in the NICU?
A month. And you know what my ex-husband did the day after he was born? He DNA tested him.
And found out that it was his.
Yeah. But
So
no
then,
apology. No. No apology. No.
so he DNA tests him. He finds out the son is that is his son. Like, does his mindset or his energy or anything towards you change?
Like, but then like he was holding him everything before DNA testing even came back. He was bonding with the baby. I said, why would you bond with a baby that's not yours?
Mm-hmm.
Make it make sense, please. And at the time, this is 3 months after my mom died. This is 3.
So you have a lot of stress going on.
Yeah, my mom had died while I was pregnant.
Was it unexpected or were y'all preparing for it?
No, my mom's illness was like up and down for a few years, but then it took a turn for the worse for within the last 6 months because like her body went to she had to have open heart surgery and everything else, and yeah, she was like only 44. She died a week after her birthday.
Mm-hmm.
So that was going through that, and then my son coming 2 months early,
Right.
and then I'm still fighting my ex-husband about paternity.
So he finds out that it's his and y'all stay together.
But you know, the day I found out I was pregnant with my third son, I found out that my ex-husband was trying to cheat on me.
How's he trying to cheat on you?
My with an ex-coworker of mine.
To get back at you, I'm guessing.
Yeah, basically, but the girl told me. He didn't tell me. She did. He laughed at it when I told him, when I
Mm-hmm.
confronted him about it. He thought it
So
was funny.
so let's pivot. How long after you have your son, he's in the hospital for a month. How long after that, like, do y'all try to reconcile?
No, we tried to reconcile. We were trying to reconcile, but thing is, like, he was making moves behind my back that I didn't know about.
Like what?
Like, no, like he already was already like not having mail sent to our any addresses that we lived in. None of the mail was getting all of it was being sent. So when bills weren't getting paid, I didn't know about it. He
Where
hid
was the
that
mail
from
getting sent to?
his mom's house.
Okay.
So I didn't know nothing about that. I'm trying to figure, and we moved to we had a house at the time. We had a house, but things like he sold the house without me knowing. So.
Really?
Mm, and he moved us into a trailer, and he said, "This is what you deserve for cheating on me." He still resented me. Still resenting me. And mind you, I'm pregnant a fourth time.
Stop playing.
Yes, he got me pregnant a fourth time, but he still was resenting me for what I did to him. He still was resenting me.
Like, how far apart are your children? The first one's 9
10,
months.
9, 8, about to be 7. About to be 7.
So all the while he's denying everything, he don't like you, all of these things, he's still having sex with you because he got to get his
Yeah,
needs met.
yeah. Still having sex with me. Still acting like we're a happy family. All of it.
And then you get pregnant again.
But behind closed doors, we are not.
And you're in a trailer.
We moved us to a trailer while I was pregnant with our fourth child. And he said, "This is what you just like," because he did that and kind of fine. And I don't know how he got this trailer or whatever. Because whenever it came to whatever he decided, he left me out of every decision he ever made for us.
Mm-hmm.
Like anything he decided, if he wanted to do, like he had wanted to open a business or go to school, like anything he did, I was never included. It was all him. I was basically just there. Yeah. I basically had no value to him. Yeah. I was just basically, I felt like I was an incubator, basically. I was just somebody carrying a child because he wanted a big family. So I'm pregnant with my fourth baby, it's like that. But then it's like I'm finding out that he's talking to other women behind my back.
Mm-hmm.
He kept saying he's not, like, I'm not doing that. But then all these women are texting me, telling me what he's doing behind my back, screenshots.
Wow.
And he's finding it funny. He thinks it's hilarious. And
So
he's blaming it on me. He's saying, like, if you didn't cheat, if you were doing everything that you need to do as a wife, I wouldn't be doing this. It's basically my fault. He put me in a psych ward before we split, before we separated.
how?
Because one day I caught him, like, he always, like, his insecurity after infidelity, he would check my phone. He would want to check my phone. I would let him check my phone. I said, okay, I got nothing to hide. I'm being
Mm-hmm.
faithful. I'm like, I said I did what I did, but I wanted to prove to him that it's done.
Yeah.
I checked his phone. He go bananas. And I'm like, oh, you open? I was like, so you talking to other women? Girl, I threw a toilet paper roll at him,
Mm-hmm.
and he called the cops on me. Here you go.
And they show up.
And they show up, and he told them, like, because I have a mental problem that he knows about. He used it against me.
So now, are you pregnant at the time?
No, this is after our baby's already born.
You
Baby's born.
have 4 young kids at home,
Mm-hmm.
and you are in the hospital in the psych ward.
Yeah, he put me in psych ward because, like, they said either you get locked up and spend a year in jail because that's assault and battery, or you go to the psych ward, because he told everybody else having a psychotic break. You know how
Wait. Did he tell them what you threw at him?
Yes.
And they told you that you could go to jail for assault and battery from a toilet tissue roll?
Yes, bro. Yes. He said I'm dangerous. He told them, like, he said he's scared for his life. He fears for me and the kids' lives. He said he fears for him and the kids' lives.
And they just believe him just like that.
Yes, they believed him
No
because
records, no phone call. Like the only phone call was the
he
time that
played
you
victim.
called.
Like he played up on it. Like he like, because he, like, when we during the argument, you know how, when the person pokes the bear so much, and then when you react and they record you, that's exactly what he did to me. He recorded me reacting to what he was when he was doing to me. I snapped and he put it online. He recorded me and put it online to me and said, like, this is what she does. This is how she acted.
That's
And my family's like,
wild.
yeah. So I was in the psych ward, and this man was openly cheating, and he was cheating on me while I was in the
How
psych
long were
ward.
you in the psych ward?
A week.
So
But then
you were
I
gone
found,
for a week. He's got all
yeah,
four babies to himself, and he still has time to sleep with somebody else.
because his mom, he had his mom watch the kids. What?
So how did you find out that he was cheating?
The girl inboxed me and told me,
And you
and he didn't
confronted
deny
him?
it. He didn't deny it.
So is that the end? Like, is that like that's all? I can't
No,
do this anymore.
I was done. I was done. Cause like I lost my rights. He took custody of my kids full time.
Because you went to the psych ward
Yeah, they
for
basically
throwing a
DCFS was
toilet
called.
tissue roll.
Yeah, DCFS was called, and they said this one like where I could not be with my kids unsupervised.
For throwing a toilet tissue roll.
Yeah, because he said I was having a psychotic break and I was off my medication.
Which you were not.
I wasn't on medication because he wouldn't pay for it. He
So you needed to have your medicine, but he
yeah,
wouldn't pay for it for you to refill it.
no, he wouldn't pay for it. Yeah.
So then you react, you throw a toilet tissue roll, he calls the police, you go to the psych ward for a week.
Mm-hmm.
You come back, you confront him. Yeah, I cheated. So what? And you like, this is it. I can't anymore. Meanwhile, you no longer have custody of your kids. And then you file for separation, or you separate, you leave.
No, I basically I'm done. He's trying to bribe me to stay. I'm like, nope, I'm done. He said, then you don't have your kids either. You don't hear. So basically, I lost. He said, if you can't be with me, you won't have your kids either, because you can't provide for them like I can. You have nothing without me.
So do you even get to see them anymore?
No, because he is now this mother is remarried, but he still acts. He still has to, like, he uses the kids as pawns. They're pawns to him.
How long after you get back from the hospital and y'all separate? Like, where are we now?
It was
Because
like
this
two
is
months.
4 years later.
It was
So
like
you're
2 months later.
32 at that
My
time?
son, I was 29.
29.
29. I was
You're
married for age of
29.
23 to 29. 5 years. This is a 5-year marriage.
And you leave.
Yep. I leave, and he took the kids, and he started slandering me on Facebook all over
Mm-hmm.
again.
Mm-hmm.
Saying, using my baby's picture, my youngest, saying my mommy left me for she don't love me no more. I'm like, who does that? I was like, you're not even telling the truth.
And you don't get to see them.
Not like that. Because even when after we, like, our divorce was finalized and everything else, like, he got remarried 2 years after we got divorced.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's like the day he got engaged, she got engaged 2 months after we were finalized. He sent me a video of their engagement. Because basically everything that he promised me in the marriage, he gave it to her. His he's on wife number 3.
Right. But that don't mean he's giving her what he promised you. She could be
I
going through the
want,
same thing.
no, the engagement I wanted. He did the exact thing with her. What I asked him for,
Oh, for the engagement.
yeah, the wedding. He gave her a big wedding. Didn't give me that. I didn't get that. Honeymoon gave that to her too. I'm like, everything I asked you, you gave to somebody else. Why? He moved to Indiana with our kids to be with this woman and her kids. This woman has 3 kids too. And this girl is my age. This like me, like when I first met this girl, I tried to save her.
Yeah.
I tried because I tried to tell her, run,
Yep.
run,
Yep. And you don't know though. I
run.
mean, she doesn't know to believe you because you're the villain in his story now.
But I found out, like, I'm like, he's actually a narcissist. He's
Mm-hmm.
narcissistic. Every ex is a villain.
Correct.
But she said, I want to hear both sides. So when I try to tell my side, he would hover over and listen to what I'm telling her.
Mm-hmm. I'm
And
surprised
then
he even lets you get near her.
no, because he said because eventually we'll have to meet each other. I was not gonna let. I said I wanted to at least meet the girl, because I was showing him that I wanted him to move on. That I
Yeah.
was happy that he was moving on. I was showing I was a bigger person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not jealous or nothing. I said, yeah, he's her problem now. Good luck, girl. But guess what? I'm gonna give you a nice little warning. And you can heed it, or you can dismiss it. It's up to you. Because even his family was reaching out to me after we divorced, saying, "Look, we knew what he was like, and we should have protected you from it."
Really?
Yeah, yeah they said we knew what he was like, but and we're sorry. We should have told you. We should have told you.
So
But they had loyalty to
how long have y'all been divorced now?
7 years.
7 years.
I have not dated since. I haven't dated.
And I can understand why.
Yeah.
So 7 years, you have 5 kids and you don't have custody of any of them.
Mm-mm.
And you hardly get to see any of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because people hold my past against me.
That's awful.
Yeah, my past is what people are holding on to. And I've been up, like, my boys, like, I talk to them more than I talk to my daughter. My daughter basically feels like I abandoned her. I didn't want her. But then but then it's like, I was like, you know what? I've had to wait till she's 18 for her to listen to me. Because right
Yeah.
now, she's not gonna listen to me. My boys, they know what their father's doing. They don't approve of what their father's doing. But they can't do nothing about it either.
Yeah.
And that's why I hate, like, I hate that I gave a narcissist, like a narcissist, co-parenting on a narcissist is horrible.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Especially because now the courts are giving the dads rights to, like, custody of their kids. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like narcissists should not get their kids, because the kids are not human beings in them. They're freaking pawns.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see them as people.
Yep.
My sons want their mother, but then it's like they can't see their mother because their father controls when and where I can see them.
Yeah.
And as with his wife being a mother, I was like, how can you condone this? As a mother, how can you condone this? You have
She
three
doesn't
little,
have the authority to say anything though.
but no, but then, like, she acts like she does though. That's the problem. She acts like she has authority, but then she backs off. I'm like, which one is it? Pick a side, honey. Pick a
She
side.
doesn't have it. She doesn't have it. Because they don't change for people. He's the same, or because how long have they been together now? 5?
They got married for almost three, married for two, married for 3 years, and together for five.
Yeah, she didn't have any. She has no say.
And that's why I'm like, I hope this marriage implodes. I know that's horrible to say, but I told her like, listen, hit me up when y'all hit year 5. Please let me know how you feel after year 5 with him. If you're still with him, I applaud you.
Don't, no, that's tough. It's not even anything to applaud. It's just like the manipulation, the control, the fear tactics, all of the things. He's just gonna keep moving on to a different host. If she has the courage to leave, he's just gonna move on to another host.
I hope she finds the courage to leave. I literally hope that she sees through what has seen through him yet. If she hasn't seen through him yet, I don't know what to tell you because
Yeah.
um I wish all my family and friends told me there's something wrong with him, but they couldn't place it.
Yeah.
Everybody kept saying, "Do not do be with him. He is not right."
Golly.
And
And
I
they
didn't
know.
listen. And
And
I
we
didn't
don't.
listen.
Yep.
And I was like, and
Found out
now
the
I'm like,
hard way.
yeah, man, that's been my whole life. That's been my whole life. I always learn the hard way because I try to find the good in everybody. And
Hmm.
that's a blessing and a curse to me.
Yeah.
I'm a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dang.
but that is my whole life story. Like I want like everybody to know like I've been a victim of abuse all my life.
That's
and
awful.
and I had to realize when I was in therapy that you have to find out how you got yourself in abusive relationships. And I realized it started at home. It started
Hmm.
as a child and I buried it.
Yeah.
I kept saying like if I see my aunt to this day, I said if I see her at my grandma's funeral, when my grandma dies, somebody better call the cops.
Mm.
Somebody better call the cops because I am not over it, and I'm gonna take it, and the person I'm gonna take it out everything out on her. I know it's wrong. I know like that's why I said like I'm not dating because I'm not healed because I still
Yeah.
got a lot of anger.
Yeah. And that's a
And I tell
lot.
people
Like
out there,
that's decades of trauma that you have to work through, and it takes time. It really does take time.
because I feel like my family, like when even when I try to address it as an adult, with my grandma about what happened in the past, she always say like, just go to therapy, get over it. It happened.
Mm.
I'm like, really? That's all you can say?
Wow.
She's like, that's still my daughter. What you want me to do? Your daughter
Wow.
is a menace. Your daughter is a child abuser. Your daughter hurt me. She let somebody hurt me. And none of you protected me. She's like, you didn't say anything. I was like, when I told her that she was hitting me, what did y'all do? Nothing. Y'all didn't step in until her sons got were next. Well, they were the next victims. That's why. That's the only reason why he stepped in because she escalated. And she still roams around free.
Yeah.
My cousin escaped. One cousin escaped. One cousin is in the world somewhere, lost, traumatized. Me, I'm traumatized.
Yeah.
She left 3 victims.
See, so all I can say is time, and I hope that it doesn't sound like your family's going to get to a point where they can communicate and take accountability. So
I'm
at
dis
this
I'm
point,
disowned. I'm disowned. I- We are
I
estranged.
mean, you got God and you got therapy, and it's like just the healing journey, and this is part of it. And first and foremost, you are a really strong woman. Like you've endured so much in your life, like decades, like I said, decades of trauma from a young age. Like just it's just so many things that have to be worked through. Your grandmother, your aunt, your mom, how they manipulated your dad. Like it's just it's just so much. And the fact that you're still here, that you're still pushing forward, that you're not letting anything take you out and stop you is truly, truly a blessing. Like you are a warrior. You are a
Yeah,
warrior.
cause it's like I have tattoos. I started tattooing myself on my. I started getting tattoos right after my divorce
Mm-hmm.
because it was like he hate. I was basically what I did to break away from him. I started cutting my hair. He liked long hair. I cut my hair super short. I was like, nope, he ain't gonna like that. Good, that's a tie from cut from him. I
Yeah.
started getting tattoos. He doesn't like that. Fine. It took me years to part with the stuff that he gave me.
Yeah.
Like all the clothes and everything else, I kept it in storage. But then one day I decided, like, you know what? I'm gonna throw it all out.
That's
I don't want
good.
no memory.
That's good.
I don't want no memory of this marriage. I was like,
God.
yeah, the only time we have is kids. But you know, when I go on his Facebook page, he still has my pictures on his page. He
Yeah.
still has pictures of us together. So I'm like, for you to, I was like, for someone who's moved on, why do you still have
Mm-hmm.
my pictures? For someone you can't stand, why do you still have my pictures?
Yeah.
One. That's a
Y'all.
question I would like to. I would love him as like, why do you still have memories of me? Why? Because when we separated, I erased every picture of me and him together.
Yeah.
I erased him. If we didn't have kids, that man would be gone for good, out my life, out of sight,
Yeah.
out of mind. And now people have told me I became a narcissist because like some of his traits have rubbed off on me.
Mm.
I don't think I'm narcissistic. I think I'm mirroring what he did to me.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I'm basically like, people see me like I don't. I'm not as I'm empathetic, but sometimes I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I feel like everybody say like you're being selfish. Well, but okay, guess what? I have a right to be selfish after everything I've been through.
Yeah.
I feel like that's my right to be selfish. I don't mean to be, but I guess it comes off that way.
Mm.
Am I insecure? Yeah, I'm very insecure. Do I like and like, because he made me that way. Yeah, because I was never an insecure woman, never. But then it's like when somebody tells you that you don't that always been compared to different women during the marriage, that would tear down anybody.
It sucks.
Like like he admitted what he did to me in the marriage. He recently a few weeks ago admitted what he was doing to me was wrong in the
Yeah.
marriage.
They
Like he
all
said,
know.
and I'm like, it's like why? I was like, why did you belittle the job I had? He's like, I belittled it because I wanted you to do better. I was like, okay, so you talking down to me was your way? That's the best way to handle everything. I was like, and you're comparing me to your ex girlfriends like that. He said, if you know better, you'll do better. What does that even mean, bro?
It's a game. It's all a game. It's always going to be a game with them. It doesn't change. Like it at
It's
this
like
point.
even now, like I swear to God, looks wise between me and his new wife, I look better than his new wife. But In his eyes, she's beautiful like that. I'm like, dude, you know dang well that woman is not that attractive. You're just using her because she has stability. Because technically, he is not stable.
Mm-hmm.
He is not financial. He's not stable on his own anymore. You leech out to somebody who has stability.
Mm-hmm.
You find another source.
That's all they do. But
I was
Ariel,
just a vessel for your fan. I was just a vessel for kids. That's what all I was good for. He didn't. He said he didn't love me for me. He loved me. He loved me. He want what I could have became.
mm-hmm.
He only married me because we got pregnant. He said
Yeah.
if it wasn't for the baby, he would never marry me. And it's true. I wouldn't have married him either. But just
Yeah.
to hear him say it, like I was like, so basically, like this marriage is basically a marriage of convenience to him
I
because of
mean,
the image.
it's still manipulation. It's still the game of how can I hurt you? How can I have you thinking about me? How can I have you questioning yourself? It's always been that way. It's always going to be that way. And if it's like it takes, like you said, the healing, the counseling, the working through everything to understand that when one of the epiphanies I had was my expectations for him were higher than they should have been after I left. But once I was like, anything that he did that would trigger me, I realized I'm like, but you shouldn't expect anything else. This is exactly what you should expect. And so once I was able to come to the realization and come to the terms like everything that he does to try to trigger me is exactly who he is. This is what I expect. It doesn't work. It doesn't have the same power. So if you can get to a place where it's like, I know he's saying this because he's trying to get a reaction out of me. I know he's saying this because he still wants he doesn't like that he doesn't have the control that he used to have. I know he's saying this so that he can still feel this game, this tormented, twisted game, and he knows that he can get to me. I'm not going to let it because I don't expect anything else but this from him. I don't expect anything else but this from this person. And if we can get to that point where we align our expectations with their actions, that's when we're able to tap more into our own peace. That's when we're able to level up with our own confidence and not allow them the honor or the privilege of being on our mind in a way
Yeah, because
that
like with him,
breaks us down.
it's basically like sometimes he'll act so friendly with me, but I know it's an act because I've
Yeah.
seen it so many times. I was
Yeah.
like, I know this is one because it's only when he wants something from me. He's nice
Yeah.
to me
Yeah.
because I don't hear from him unless he needs money.
Yeah.
That's it. I hardly he don't let the kids hardly speak to me like that.
So
And if I call,
why do we even have open lines of communication at this point?
it's because like I try to have like let the kids know that I still care about them because he's now trying to turn the kids around on me because my kids have
Or do
told
they have
me
their own cell phones or social
no because
media?
they're too young. No, too young.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
So
So you have
basically,
to
what the kids,
communicate with him, and in order to communicate with them, you have to communicate through him.
yes,
I got you.
yes,
Okay, okay, okay.
and he's telling the kids that I don't love them.
Yeah.
My boys have told me this.
Yep. That's what they do. That's what
I'm
they
like,
do.
are you serious right now, dude? Like, I'm like, why would you tell them that?
At this point, like you said with your daughter, it's the waiting game, unfortunately, and it sucks. It's tough. It's hard. It's
Yeah, basically, I have to play the waiting game, and it's like,
yep,
and it's like, and they like, we know you care about it. I was like, and I told them too, like, mommy's struggling, but don't mean I love y'all any less like that, you know. It's just like
yeah,
after my marriage, has not been easy after my marriage because like I'm still trying to find my way how to pick myself back up
yeah,
because I was so dependent on a man for 5 years
yep. But guess
that
what?
I didn't have an image of my own anymore. I basically became what he wanted.
Correct. But that's not the end of your story. You have what it takes to find your way. God will
Yeah,
lead you, and Like just even thinking back on all you've been through the multiple avenues of abuse, and you're still standing. Nothing can knock you down, nothing can tear you down, nothing can keep you down. You cannot be broken. Like you are the living image of strength. You're the living image of endurance. You're the living image of I will not quit. I will not give up. And that's what this is about. Like you are now an example of hope for someone who's going to watch this and is like, man, I've been through some crap. She's been through some crap. We all been through some crap. But look at
Right.
her. Like she's still going. So I know I can still be going too. I know there's going to be
That's
a
why I
better
wanted to
way.
do this because I wanted to show like girls like y'all can survive. Y'all can survive and make and do better without that person. Like, I mean, yeah, it's hard when you first leave that person. You're like, what am I gonna do? How
Mm-hmm.
am I gonna make it?
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is all I know.
Mm-hmm.
Man, like this past 7 years has been like this. Like, yeah, I still like feel sad that I wish I would. I like I wish I would have known better. I wish I didn't get myself into the situation because I wouldn't be going through what I go through
Yeah.
co-parenting with him. None of
Yeah.
it, but I would. Only good thing I came out of it was my kids,
Right.
and that's like that's the thing. Like I just wish that I would have listened, but I was
Mm-hmm.
young, 23 years old, single mother, going
Yeah.
to school, trying to make a career of myself, and I let
Yeah.
a man manipulate the hell out of me because narcissists are very charming.
Right.
Ladies, let me tell y'all, when a man is so charming and then he tries to sweet talk you into changing what your goal was,
Yep.
don't do
Don't do
it.
it.
Don't do it.
Red
Like
flag, girl. Red flag.
red flag. When a man tries to like steer you in another direction because he actually like he fell in love with you before you even fell in love with him, like love at first sight. I mean, sometimes love at first sight do work. I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes it works out for people. But my situation, my love at first sight became the thing I freaking regret the most. And I fall in love easily, but I didn't fall in love automatically with him. I didn't.
Yeah.
I just felt like okay, he's a safe space. We're gonna go take it slow.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as he got me pregnant and married, bro, life
Yep.
sped up.
Yep. It
Like
speeds up
don't like
quick.
I know people get married fast and they still happily in love. That works for a lot of people. Not me. That's why I said I ain't. I said if I get married again, cool. If I don't, I'm good with that too. That's why people like guys still ask me out. They're like, why can't I date you? I am not healed. My ex is toxic. Like I've ex that like, yeah, I let him move on, but he is once he gets wind that I'm dating somebody, baby,
Yep.
that man ain't gonna have that. I already know, like that's gonna be a guard up that I'm gonna have to shut down fast, and that's not gonna be an easy one either. Unless you're strong enough to deal with him and try to protect me and my children, baby. Mm-mm. That's why I'd rather be by myself and love me and my kids.
Yeah.
Cause I need to fix me before I can fix if I can fix and love somebody else.
That part.
Like that's why I said I'd rather be everybody say, why you gotta be alone because you're so pretty up there. I was like, I'd rather be alone because I don't know what it feels like to be alone. I don't. This is the longest I ever learned to be by
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
I've been going from relationship to relationship. Maybe after
Yeah.
that marriage, I'm done. I'm tired. I ain't got no energy to give.
Yeah.
None. I'm
It's separate
young
to
too.
you.
That's messed up. I'm in my 30. I'm in my mid 30s. So I'm already like, okay, I'm over love already. I'm over it.
It's gonna change. Just keep on healing, sis. Keep on showing up. Keep sharing your light. Keep sharing your love, shining your light. Ariel, girl, I just want to say thank you for your time. Thank you for your transparency, your courage, your strength, the hope that you're giving other people, the joy that you still have on the other side of all of the ugliness and the trials that you've endured in your life. It's truly a privilege to have you on the show. We truly, truly appreciate you. Girl, y'all, give it up for Miss Ariel. You are amazing. You are wonderful. You are beautiful. You are healing. Like, and this is what it is. Like, people think that it's cut and dry, it's in and then you out and you good. And it's
It's
a
not black and white.
process,
It's not.
it's
There's
a
some gray areas
journey.
in
Right. So you stay on your journey, sis. You keep doing you. You keep being there for your babies. You keep being here for the world and showing the world that no one can break you and that your light will not be hidden. And while you doing that, y'all know what it is. In the meantime, in between time, until next week, we gone. Pew, 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 pew.